Polish accent does sound very Russian.
So I just did that thing where I turned the mics on in the middle of a conversation. Welcome, everybody.
Well, depending on your time frame, Poland and Russia were once one. You know, it's really one owned the other depending on point of view.
Welcome to Mid-Ohio for Sunduro, Season 4 Lemons iRacing League. Ryan Bauer, Bearded Sim Racer here, joining me in the booth tonight. Everything Bagel from 24 Hours of Lemons, Mr. Eric Rude. How you doing, sir?
I am doing. That is the thing that I'm doing, is doing.
Oh, come on.
I'm glad to be here.
You're doing great.
Welcome. Also joining us from Three Pedal Mafia, Chris and Chrissy, and Mental, and Hamza. Lots of Mafia in the house tonight. We love to see it.
Might be a
Glad to be here.
statement on.
Nice and quiet. Nice and quiet.
We're excited to be here, and after that very the most boring F1 race in the world this morning, we're hoping to see some real racing. I'm already digging that Kia Pet. That is perfect.
Yeah, let's see if we can get a look at that here. But yeah, good evening, everybody. Hope everybody out there is having a festive Sunday as we approach this holiday season. That we approach.
Everybody else still eating Thanksgiving leftovers? I'm still eating turkey.
My wife actually made a turkey
in the freezer.
Turkey breast in the crock pot today. It smells pretty good in here. Ooh, Fleet Farm, nice.
We're down to only turkey stock remaining of the Thanksgiving meal.
Ah.
Heck yeah. That's
so
the
here's
best.
it's the Keanu pet. There's multiple ones, I'm thinking then.
Oh,
nice.
that is
nice.
I know
Very
Kung
nice.
Fu.
This is wonderful because it's seasonally appropriate because we'll start seeing the Chia Pet commercials.
Yeah,
And
I think there's
Keanu
multiple Kias. Ooh, nice. The Mystery Machine Jetta. Nice.
Yeah.
See what else is out here. What do we have here?
That's a way too. Is there something going on with the Mustang livery there, or?
Yeah,
I don't know. We're looking at some alien stuff going on here with one of the Hesser brothers.
Yes, I was looking at 76 in the background.
Yeah. The History
Alien
Channel thing. Yeah, that's nice.
Yeah,
Nice.
I'm not saying it was aliens, but it was not from this planet.
Oh.
Yeah, who?
Method of Miata.
Method of Miata.
There we go.
Hall & Oates. Nice. I like it.
That took me a second. That's
I'm thankful that they put it on the front fender, or I'm like, wait a minute. Yeah. It's good stuff.
Oh, and it's the Metallica font. And the super airbrushed looking hood. That's really well done.
Nice.
Yeah.
So
I love the Forte pun is excellent, by the way.
Oh,
Gangnam Style. Nice.
Gangnam
Chris Wilson.
Style, yeah.
I believe Three Pedal Mafia had a Gangnam Style car.
Ooh, Joe Carey livery. Nice. Welcome to Lemons, where everything is made up and the points don't matter. Ooh, I see a Bearded Sim Racer logo. Thank you, Kevin. Nice. Cleveland sucks, it says on there. Welcome to my birthday, where Cleveland sucks and my age doesn't matter. Nice.
That's the other Hesser. They are not racing against each other. That should be
like
interesting.
the major league team photo there too. Nice touch.
I was hoping that was a 10-cent beer theme, which is a great theme for Lemons, by the way. If you guys are unfamiliar with 10-cent beer night at the Cleveland Indians in the 1970s, it's one of the great sports stories of all time.
That sounds awesome. If you've not been watching Brockmire, which I believe is in its 4th season, I think they make reference to that. Amanda Pete does 2-for-1 beer night to try and make money. Oh!
Yeah. That was the 10-cent beer night ended
the
predictably as Cleveland in the 70s would.
In the 90s, the NCO club, at least at Fairchild, had silver coin night, mug night. So you brought your own mug, and I believe you paid $10, and then you could get your mug refilled for any silver coin. So nickel, dime, quarter, whatever.
That's amazing.
Yeah, but they had some updated rules for what constituted a mug. After it had to fit under the tap without angling and tilting.
Not one of those like 56 sounds.
And it could only have one handle.
Probably because of people like you, Hamza. They had to make these rules after.
It was the sheet metal maintainers that came in with like beautifully fabricated table-sized mugs. They just go load one up and be set.
Does a bucket?
It's always
count?
those guys who like mess with the rules and then they mess it up for everybody.
It was still good for everybody else, because if you were still rocking your own 24-ounce mug, you still had 3 mugs for $10.20.
And the joy of that also is, it's this, silver coin, because you could bring in, because everybody had been stationed or TDY to Turkey.
Oh yeah.
And you could bring in a lira coin, which is not worth the effort of picking up.
Yeah, you paid somebody more to carry it in than it was actually worth to be traded for anything of value.
Yeah.
Got some Dango Camaro action going on here.
Some good Camaro.
But Eric, what was the 10-cent beer? Give us the short. I'm not a Midwest sports fan, so
basically what had happened at the Cleveland Indians had been playing the Texas Rangers like the week before, and there had been some on-field like brawl. So there was this boiling rivalry, and somebody on the Rangers, because they were playing there the next week, they were like, who cares? Nobody's going to show up to play or to watch these idiots play. So Cleveland was like, I know how we'll get people there. So it was 10-cent beers, all night. And this is before they had the 7th inning cutoff. So, and like there was no stopping. There was like no limit. It was like many beers as you could carry, or stand at the concession stand and hammer them. And I think it was $1 to get in too. So basically, you had all these steel workers who showed up, brought $10 and just got absolutely wrecked, and basically started a riot on the field and chased the Rangers, into their dugout. It was fantastic. 1970s baseball is amazing.
It actually
pack a stadium with 10,000 Teamsters.
10-cent beer night has its own Wikipedia entry.
Oh yeah,
excellent.
If you listen to the Dollop podcast, they did a fantastic podcast on it. And Disco Demolition Night in Chicago is in the same, pardon the pun, ballpark, but the same level of let's get people who come to the ballpark with no interest in baseball and get them absolutely hammered for cheap and see what happens.
When I was active duty, we went to every hockey military appreciation night, because it was like, free tickets to a hockey game and $1 beers. Why am I not going to be there?
Somebody's going to fight for my entertainment.
Yeah, exactly. It was better than going to the old MMA fight that was like actually a carded fight.
Actually, can we go back to that Duclos 69 nice truck there? All right, what is bottom?
Bottom split.
It's a Twitch channel, actually.
Okay.
It's like a parody. It's a parody iRacing Twitch channel where they like spectate the bottom split, like the lowest rating races, and like talk shit about them the whole time. It's pretty funny stuff.
The worst of the worst. Okay.
Yeah, nice.
That's actually pretty good. That's a great
angle,
theme and vibe and angle. You just racing to the bottom. It's glorious.
Oh yeah. They've been doing it for a few years now. It's pretty funny.
Well, that's like when we randomly pick the real winner of a race.
Right. Exactly.
Yeah.
There's the Stank Mobile.
What? How deep did we go this week? Oh, okay, there it is. It's still
the bluff ball, the IT crowd. Yeah.
Yep.
Ladiesproblems.com. Nice. There you go, load. That's a lot. All the sweet emotes. Nice.
Oh wow.
Oh, and if you check in the chat, we've got okay. I'm sorry, it's literally what you guys just said.
That's okay.
Ooh. Yeah. I dig the Krispy Kreme logo. How has that not been on a real race car? Maybe it has. I don't know.
That does sound like a great meat space theme.
Yeah.
Right up there with the Porsche Lobster, Red Lobster. Yeah, all of this. Actual race liveries of products that we really do care about. Not Lucky Strike or Coors Beer, but something we would actually.
Before the formal potluck started 2 years ago or a year ago, in the before times. There was a team that did like a Friday barbecue, and they showed up and they had like 20 dozen packs of Krispy Kreme donuts and a barbecue grill and a table of toppings like sprinkles and raisins and all that stuff.
Oh my! Okay, so this is great right here. Sorry, go ahead.
I'm back at muting.
Okay, so I'm streaming a dirt race Friday night, and like I had my mic muted for like 10 minutes, and Josh saved me in the chat. So it's great he made his livery. I suck at muting bearded.com. The 10mm Mafia. Love you, Josh. Thank you. Josh is my new best friend, but that's just great. What a great livery. Really sorry to cut you off, Hamza. That was just. Oh,
no, it's worth it. It's worth it.
And
yeah,
don't call it a comeback. Amanda Tully, we saw on the track there while you guys were talking too. Don't call it a comeback. Go ahead.
Well, there was a team that showed up with a pile, like a truckload of Krispy Kreme donuts, a barbecue grill, and a table of like sprinkles from like a yogurt or ice cream shop.
Oh boy.
And they would just put the Krispy Kreme on the grill, re-grill it, and then put it on a plate and let you sprinkle your toppings on it. And I didn't know that, like, I'm not a huge Krispy Kreme fan, but that was legit. A freshly barbecued Krispy Kreme donut with fresh toppings on it is awesome.
Do a barrel like roll. A flat top grill, like like you'd cook a grill.
It was a propane but charcoal, like with grills on it. So you had grill marks on your Krispy Kreme donut. It was awesome.
Oh, like it wasn't cut in half and like with butter on it. It was just
it was like
fire to like heat it
and remelted with like grill marks. It was awesome. And then put sprinkles on top of it, or raisins, or other unhealthy bits. It was awesome.
Damn.
Yeah, they showed up on like a Friday and was like, like all the, what is it, the Green Frog yogurt place or whatever the hell it is.
Yeah. Okay.
It was like they had that whole rack of toppings, but you were putting them on grilled Krispy Kreme donuts. It was awesome.
Interesting.
So confession time. I saw David Bryan's Cobra 2's Mustang, which seems like a very boring livery, but I owned one of those actually. I had a '76 Cobra 2, and then I even had another Mustang 2 Coupe.
Is that white?
Yeah, the white Mustang.
There it is. Yes. Yeah. It was a sticker special made famous by, of course, Charlie's Angels, of the Mustang 2, which. It's called the Pinto Stang, and everyone gets offended when you call it the Pinto Stang because there were no components on it, but it did actually share some suspension design and that sort of. It wasn't as bad as everyone. Oh, he's even got the Charlie's Angels on the wing. It wasn't as bad as everyone made it out to be. It was just because it wasn't. Those Mustangs weren't necessarily set up for success or built.
Well, it's a product of its time, but man.
Exactly.
Not quite punishment livery off the hop, but.
Oh no! This is some deep stuff. They actually, you got to look twice to get that they're making fun of something there.
Oh, you don't think that was a purchased livery with an add-on sticker?
It might be, but the fact that I haven't seen it before, it's a good one.
Okay.
This is a Javelin on a Mustang, I believe here.
Yeah, I mean,
Donahue livery,
Nice.
We got Ray Mattori out there, and what is absolutely a purchased Go Bowling livery in his NAS truck.
Nope. Is it a Jav Stang or Stanglin?
What's up, Yoder?
Yoder. Hey, Sean Yoder.
I'm gonna come in on that. I'm coming in hot.
That's good.
Yeah, Lady Auburn, I'm digging the AMC tricolors. I don't know if that's a throwback to the AMC that was wrapped around a BMW. It was Marc Courtier. Was he on part of that that AMC BMW Z3
no.
or Z4? Oh, okay.
No, different guys altogether, but the
the team name
Trans
here.
Am Javelin.
Lemon's team for life choices. Oh God!
What setup is it? Oh, there's no mystery about that.
Yeah.
No.
Hey,
Not
so
today.
We've got a couple of minutes, and I came across something rather interesting on YouTube today, and it is a new podcast about virtual reality, augmented reality, and how that's affecting how we interact with the world. And one of the hosts is none other than our very own Nemesis Lab VR expert, Sean Yoder himself.
Crazy talk. Yes.
It's called Talking Spatial.
Yes. Did you actually listen to it?
I have not, because it's only available on YouTube, if I understand correctly. I couldn't find it on my
YouTube,
regular
and we've got it
podcast.
on the face page, and we are getting set up with Libsyn right now, so it will very soon be available where all fine podcasts can be listened to, and even shitty podcasts can be listened to. Yep, it's fun. Actually, my co-host Linda is absolutely amazing. She's been in the AR/VR space for a long time, and both of us come at it from really different angles. So it's a lot of fun. Like last week, she got me thinking about how AR technology is going to basically alter our reality in real life in ways that I had never really even thought of before. And it was just kind of like, we're talking about it on the show, and when she went into it, I just kind of went, made a living for a while with words. I don't have any right now because my brain hurts. It was just like, I understand completely where you're coming from, but holy crap, that's deep. And it's like, that was a nice little hit. That was a very subtle hit.
Yep.
Whopa Gangnam Tap.
Oh, here we go.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
And
Preston Tucker and Dale Earnhardt versus Evil.
Exactly.
Preston Tucker. Preston Tucker.
With
Preston Tucker band. Nice. Nicely done,
only
Randy.
Randy can rap.
Ooh, Dale is smiling, watching it burn right there.
That is an Applebee's on fire.
Yeah, it is.
My God.
The layers.
Yes.
The layers. So many layers, Randy. Oh, we love
The layers
Randy.
of Randy Bish.
He is a deep onion, is what he is.
So many layers.
Holy crap. What's he being followed by? Is that an STP Camaro, or is that something wholly
I believe it is the 43.
The Pontiac. It's a Firebird. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's kind of a lazy livery, but I love it.
Yeah.
We'll allow it.
I absolutely love it.
It is available on, it's available on Trading Paints, but I cannot mock that one because I always go and get the Firebird from the Rockford Files on my dang old street stock.
There's the Javelin Mustang thing we were talking about. A little late with that.
Also, right next to the infamous Save the Tatas
Muscleback. Yeah.
Yeah.
That car just looked amazing. It looked so much better than their original Double D Save the Tatas. Like, once they backed it, it was so much better in general.
Can I ask a serious question about the Javelin?
Yeah.
What the hell is that doing on racetrack Lemons weekend? Because that actually looks like a proper race car.
So it is a Copart Z3, and they took an AMX they had, and they made fiberglass body panels and put it over a Z3. So that's a BMW.
Didn't that all come out? Jabe said they brought a Z3, like full Z3 M trim, everything, and they did really well. And then Jay said, "You can't bring this back. We'll hate you unless you." And
Yeah, I think
took that one out of it.
Yeah,
And they were like, "Okay, fine, game on."
Yeah, it was Phil that said that, but yeah, that pretty much was
And
how it went.
Phil also said the same thing to the Save the Tatas. Okay, your car's cheaty as crap and you guys are all winning, so if I see this Camaro again, I'm going to crush it. Do something interesting.
Yep.
And
So they
bustle backed it. It was beautiful.
Yeah, they made a Seville coupe, which was never actually made. It was great. Have you ever seen the Hot Wheels of the Cadillac Seville? They did a replica of that, but a coupe. It's pretty great.
What?
I will find out and make sure that
I want a BM Javelin now. I really do.
that one is. They're in Birmingham. You probably know them actually.
Really?
I don't remember the name of the shop they run, but
Okay.
yeah.
I would figure like I would have run into that somewhere. Like,
It's street registered. It's
is it
probably
really?
It's probably on the street from time to time. Yeah.
How in the hell have I not seen that? Like,
weren't they all like driving coaches, race coaches,
Yeah,
touring? Like they were a team of ringers with a Z3M. They were in it anyway, you know. So
Yeah.
I see cookies.
I'm
Not sure. Yeah, the Glenn Levitt. What? I'm not sure what that is.
I don't know.
Look at it.
Those are Samoa Girl Scout cookies,
That's right.
I think.
Yes, they are.
Nice.
Somebody's asking if Kia Pet's been done in real life. It has. There's a Kia Rio, and it's done up Kia Pet. And has anybody done a Don't Panic theme? Yes, there was a Zach Fox ran a Carmen Gia with a Don't Panic theme. It was great. Let's see if I can find that one too. But yeah,
Nice.
Pictures of these Seville should be inbound also.
Yes, they're loading. They're on deck, as the kids say. They
Those
say that,
kids.
right?
Yep,
That is
that's the
crazy.
thing that kids say. Yep.
You see what the 420 car's doing? It's spinning. Can't get back to the track. Stay off the pot, kids.
Where's Dave, man?
Not even once. Not even once.
There you go. Got a little Girl Scout love.
There's
There
the Seville.
it is.
Yeah, that's a third gen Camaro underneath that.
With all the speed parts.
Yeah, it's got some. You know, I actually saw underneath it finally because we launched the Route 66 rally from their shop and they had it up on the lift. There is a surprising amount of jank to that thing that you wouldn't think is there.
I think the jank is all the short notice repairs. Like,
Yeah.
I think that at its core, it's got speed part left, right, and center, but the jank comes from bent speed parts that need to be quick repaired.
A lot of the body filler, quote unquote, is like bunched up old shop rags that are like shoved in the fender.
Oh yeah, spray foam. I was just gonna say isn't that standard body filler? Like window screening and spray foam, or shop rags and spray foam?
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah.
Instead of body filler or fiberglass, now I want to make an entire body for a Lemon's car out of ramen.
Out of ramen. Ooh.
Yeah.
I wonder if that
Have you
falls
seen?
un-
Yeah.
Is it really crumple zone? Because it kind of just
Yeet.
explodes. In there.
It's the same thing as a Saturn.
Yeah, that's kind of true. I
Yeah.
mean,
As long as it doesn't rain.
The panels were dent resistant because they shattered.
I feel like there is a conspiracy theory brewing that Saturns are actually made out of ramen, and possibly vice versa.
I cannot either confirm nor deny that. But I do. Have you not seen like all the people that are fixing like broken toilets and cracked sinks and broken guitars and all kinds? They use ramen.
Do you use
Like-
ramen?
Yeah.
Maybe the house I was just had inspected to buy needs some ramen.
It might have been built with ramen. It's hard to say.
From what the inspection report was, it sounds like it was built out of
Nice. Evidently, ramen is a viable fix-it material.
So do you get it wet and then it kind of adheres, or do you just use like the
No,
the cracker thing?
You use it hard. That I didn't want to say that, but I did.
I'm gonna need you to isolate that, Ryan.
Use it.
Someone in the chat has
use it
definitely
hard.
seen things being fixed with ramen. Someone has seen it.
There's more to. I mean, like, okay, so if it's dry, it's in its brick form, and you have to bond. There has to be some sort of binder on top of that. Like,
Well, of course.
what is the binder? Like, arguably, you're just using the ramen as like space filler at that point.
It's a
Yeah,
filler.
like,
Well,
yeah. So I mean,
if there's a cheaper filler in the world, I don't know of it.
It's a
9
filler,
cents a
but
pack.
you're
Yeah.
gluing it in, and then people are literally like sanding it down and painting it, and it looks good. Like when they're done, it's like, how the hell did you do that?
I feel like I should be actually looking that up instead of doing any part of the broadcast at the
You
moment.
should be. You
mean-
totally should be. It's fairly amazing.
back when I was doing a lot of work with resin and all that, we would use like micro balloons and all these other space age high tech fillers, which is like a nice way of saying very tightly controlled dust. And I didn't know we could have just used
Ramen.
cheap gas station ramen. Like
Yeah.
we could have saved so much time and money.
And now during tech, you guys are gonna have to check for like ramen roll cages and ramen seat brackets.
Ramen cotter pins in the harness.
Well, we blew this up last weekend, but luckily we had some ramen. So we made some pistons and we made some rods. Oh my god.
Sasha, how did you weld that together? Well, first, we have no welder. We use grinder. We grind both ends until they are both red hot, then we hold them together. And add ramen.
Why not?
I-
For the win, lady. Good luck.
I'm going to go ahead and need somebody to bring a Chrysler Sebring to Sebring with a hardtop made out of ramen.
Oh, God.
How epic would that be?
And if you're hungry, just add water.
That's right. Oh God, if it rains,
Hot water.
it rains.
Didn't Ennis
So when the-
burn their
when the car
Sebring and
overheats,
Speedy
it cooks
got
the
shot
ramen.
his?
I think
I know-
Speedy Cap dropped
I know
his
he-
off at a scrapper on the way home from Sebring, I think.
No, he did not. He shot it. I was there.
Oh, well, excellent.
We stripped the semi-useful parts and then put it out of its misery. So
if we make a ramen hardtop for a Sebring and it rains, we have to keep the 637 shrimp seasoning packets
That's right.
just in case.
Well, what you
And then we just pass out spoons and we eat it right out of the interior of the car.
that's
just
right.
pure shrimp broth.
Perfect.
You're gonna. What you should do actually is to like empty the packets into like some kind of drawer that's under the seat, and so then when it rains and the car fills up, then it's like a delayed release.
You just hit a button and it's the shrimp seasoning release.
That's right.
Shrimp is the best. Totally.
No.
Good dude. Yeah, shrimp ramen is undeniably the best. Don't even
lies.
Don't lose that flavor packet. That's literally where all the taste is.
Don't go with beef.
No, don't do beef.
No, beef trash. What you need to get, and it's hard to find, is the picante chicken. Picante chicken is where it's at.
I was actually going to make that argument, and you are 100% right.
Yeah. The best thing you can do with cheap ramen is to just make it as spicy as humanly possible, so you don't have to actually taste it.
Yeah, you have to have some crushed red pepper to throw in there. You gotta do that.
Yep.
I made shitty ramen yesterday with some crushed red pepper and a little bit of garlic. Oh my, so good.
So I'm being told here, and I don't know how serious this is, that these seasoning packets are made right down the street from where I work. So if that's true, that they're actually made in Vegas, that would be interesting.
I was gonna say a brothel in Malaysia, but you know.
No, actually, it makes sense. Sriracha is actually made in California because the importing of those ingredients requires whatever quality control and trade and timing. So it's actually cheaper to make it under the accordance of recipe and watchful eye of some Vietnamese hot sauce company, but make it in California. So it kind of makes sense that the sriracha or the ramen packets would be spiced locally.
You can just go just a little bit outside of town and go check out the Chicken Ramen Ranch. And
I don't know. Last time I was there, I walked away with a burning sensation.
I bet you did.
It's not Granny pointing out my inaccuracy by saying it's down the street from where Mental works, not where Mental works. So the Malaysian brothel incorrect in that regard.
What? It was literally, it wasn't what you said, it was the cadence and how you said it that made that hilarious. Yeah, that was wonderful.
Sometimes a blind nut finds a squirrel's out of
Yeah. Oh, he's back. 01189999881. Can't remember the rest. I freaking love that car. I'm the only one that knows who they are.
That's right.
That makes it the best livery on the track. Rusted Mustang is cool.
If I
Oh,
can go,
hold on. Did I just see a Giga Blast Camaro in the
No
pits?
way. No way. Oh, that's gonna make me really happy if you did.
No, I love the hunt for it.
It's out there. It's out there. Oh, it's out there.
It was something on the spoiler of one of these Camaros.
Bowling, freaking cookies, stupid truck, red, white, and blue, don't care. Cheshire Cat, seen it before. Do something new. A rusted Mustang, it's getting lighter and faster. Crystal Pepsi, gotta love that.
so much pent-up emotion coming out right
Mystery
here.
machine. Yeah. Where's the Camaro? Where's the Camaro?
I need Yoder and BS inspection.
All right, maybe I wanted it so bad, I missed it.
There it is.
There it is. Giga Blast. It's on the
It's on the jam
EVOs.
car. The fireball and all that fun stuff.
Harrington
The
is the rock
ZZF
star.
signs.
I
Ron
love that he
Harrington.
just keeps
And
adding
amazing.
things. He just keeps adding things to it from
Yes.
stupid broadcasts.
Oh, there's a
absolutely.
picture of
Oh,
the
he's even got a picture of the lamp.
with the E1R logo.
It's just literally add one icon from every one of these broadcasts. We are technically theming his car, so depending on how the next 2 hours go, will determine what picture he has to add on there.
There's gonna be ramen on there next week somewhere.
That's right.
Gonna have a ramen bumper.
Yes.
How about a ramen push bar?
Shamelessly pimping some stuff while he's going through there. If you're brand new tuning into this, you're not one of the regulars, don't worry. We're not trying to offend you. We're like this every week. But do understand that everything you are looking at is being brought to you by Top Flight Computers. So if you are in the market for a new computer, that's the way to go.
Oh yeah, by the way, we're about ready to start a race too.
Yeah,
In case
that's
anyone's
happening
paying
too.
attention.
I did point out in this it was a conversation with Ryan and maybe Sean, but mental, your reads are spectacular, and someday
Yes.
I'm just gonna stack up like 70 of them and see how long you can go, just back to back. Just make the whole broadcast
Yes.
mental read.
How long can Mental sell out
Mental
when
reads.
he's not getting paid?
REEDS. Mental reads.
And the best part of that is then like you have your demo reel for when you want to go,
29 cars. That's pretty awesome.
That's right.
And if we ever get a time machine, all of us could go back to the 40s.
Oh, that'll happen this race because it's Ohio. Get right, Ohio.
Well, I could do the time machine.
Don't threaten me with a good time.
Down at the Costco. Never mind. I'm not gonna.
No, I got it. Welcome to Costco.
I love you.
Boogity, boogity, boogity.
Hey, they're racing. Look at that.
Unscannable!
How come you don't have no tattoo?
Everyone chase the Skippy.
Oh, this is a great start. I like the car.
That would-
this.
That would possibly be the first time that phrase has ever been uttered in the history of ever.
What?
Everyone chased the Skippy.
And it's the peanut butter Skippy too.
Well, why wouldn't it be?
Of course. Ooh, nice shot there down the back chute. Oh yeah.
Really? No one's going to bring up the back shoot, but I get ridiculed for what I said earlier
It's all about you.
about the heart.
There's no carnage yet because they have 2 hours to get to work that out. There'll be carnage soon enough. They're doing a really nice job here. Look at this. Look at this.
Yeah,
Hey,
no
it's ma-
carnage.
look-
Like the
look at
first
that,
lap,
it's madness.
Wow.
Always
It's like
the
an actual
best.
race. This is
That was
incredible.
absolute madness. And now
I'm
it's
bored. I'm already bored.
Give it time. Give it time. Hold.
Right? Just wait for it.
Wait for it.
Wait.
Wait for it.
Crap! All these regular Lemons people have actually started having talent.
Cars.
Yeah, we've had people show up with talent. It's
29
incredible. Oh,
cars.
I see damage
Hey, yeah.
there. Oh no. Wonder what happened.
Oh,
lots of
lots
of things happen. Look at the synchronized jankiness off at the end of the back chute here.
There
Hold
we
on
go.
here. Where's the Mustang going?
Looks like
Let's
the
figure that
Cobra
out.
2 saw a random pedestrian.
If you, farmer's market. It was veering towards the farmer's market and ran into a race.
Well, it's not a Subaru. Come on now.
Just lots of people just. Oh, it's that part where you have to slow down that throws you off. Did a nice job getting through there though.
Back chute must have been slippery.
Oh, look at that! Right into the Cobra too from the EDOs.
The grass is
there's-
totally the line, right? That's where the racing line goes.
Yeah.
Well, it's wherever you draw the line. Like,
We're all about the lawnmower.
it's your line. There can be more than
Maybe
one.
the
Agricultural.
straightest way. Right?
Good stuff.
Actually, I like
On Monday when we ran this, we actually had the Pro 2 trucks, and the line really was everywhere in the grass. It was fun.
You avoided the pavement if you wanted to go fast.
Where we're racing, there is no lines.
I actually think it was more fun to race something other than the Pro 2 trucks when the Pro 2 trucks are on there on a Monday. Like when I did the Pro 2 truck, it's like, okay, cool, you can do whatever you want. You go monster truck all over the place. But when you're in something else, you sort of watch the monster truck carnage, and to me it was much funnier to watch the monster truck silliness.
It's great when you're in VR and you have a Pro 2 truck literally flying over top of you.
Yeah.
And you're just like, hey, check that shit out. That's what the undercarriage of a Pro 2 truck looks like.
Quite the battle up here for
Yeah.
the 12th position.
Oh! He was blinded again.
Hang on to it. Looks like he had surprise rear entry there on that truck. Truck.
Surprise rear entry? Is that what you said? Got it.
Yes. Yes.
I don't know how surprised he was.
We need a truck. We need a boat. And we need a truck.
He was blinded, that's why he was surprised.
Truck, boat, truck. There it is. Do not.
For those that are looking to dig in a little bit, dig into a theme a little bit, if you can find a way to paint up the side of one of these NAS trucks as a truck boat truck, you will achieve legendary iRacing status.
Daddy, can I drive this time?
By the power vested
Hell no.
by Georgia Public Schools, tear her asunder. You gonna rip it apart?
Oh,
2 trucks sandwich in a boat.
Dan Halen.
Dan Halen.
I need me some more Dan Halen in my life. There's really no one that doesn't need more Dan Halen in their life.
By the power of Georgia Public Schools.
It's great.
Randy, unusually calm. He started 19th and he's already up to 9th.
Wow.
I wonder if Randy's feeling okay.
It's because he's doing it at work, stone cold sober.
He might have come down with a touch of the Rona and he's racing really well.
He's got double the horsepower in the grip of normal. He switched over to the Kia and probably was like, why is this thing so fast in a straight line? I can actually hear this car when I'm driving it. I thought this was a TDI. What the hell?
Race car.
That's because
Korean race car, right? Yeah.
Yeah, but fast one. That car
right.
was quick in real life.
Oh, yeah.
It actually is. It's a fast car.
All right, Tracy Ullman. Not Ullman. Tracy who? What's her name? Not Tracy Ullman. Tracy Ullman's a comedian.
I don't know where you're going. I'm gonna need a clue or a vowel or something. I don't know.
Gonna get a
There's a-
fast car. Da-na-na-na.
She was the blues singer. Yeah. Fast. Yeah, you had a fast car.
Tracy Chapman.
Tracy Chapman.
Chapman.
There you go. Not Tracy Ullman. Not to be confused with the British comedian.
Who was actually also a singer, had a top 10 hit
Yes.
in the late 80s before she was known as a comedian.
They don't know something. I can't remember what
They don't know about us.
They don't know. There it is. Yeah, there you go.
Isn't that just what you do when you have to launder a bunch of money for like tax shelter purposes or something? Like, wasn't like Michael Jordan putting out a holiday album? Like, everybody put out a holiday album to like move money around.
Just to show a loss? Is that what
Joe
Yeah,
Pesci
it makes-
rap. If you haven't checked that out, you need to check that out. Joe
Like,
Pesci
being
rap.
being a singer is different than putting out an album.
Oh my god.
Sean's looking it up right
Three
now.
wide.
No, I can't do it.
You will.
I promise.
Nate makes it through the 3 wide. Nice.
Krispy Kreme. Hi. Is there a hot now sign on that anywhere?
Oh, you missed the discussion earlier, Sean, when Hamza was telling us about a team that was giving out freshly grilled Krispy Kremes with your own choice of toppings.
Delicious.
Okay.
How do you make a Krispy Kreme better? Sprinkles and chocolate chips.
Okay.
And warm it.
Yeah.
Done.
I have seen Krispy Kreme cheeseburgers, which I don't know whether I could bring myself to try.
Oh, it's one of those like sweet and salty. You gotta try it. If somebody who did it before and people order it, it's probably good.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, I could totally bring myself to try it. I have no reservations about that.
Okay. All right. Go. Get it. Little prime rib and Krispy Kreme for the win. Written by Kirsty McCall. Okay. Kirsty McCall was amazing, by the way. I hate that she's gone. She was incredible.
Not to be confused with Dee Dee McCall, the detective on Hunter, and she always drove a Dodge Daytona.
I just remember Kirsty McCall had a song that was like In These Shoes. And it was like In These Shoes? I don't think so. And it was a great song. Everything on that album was amazing. Oh no! The king would not be.
Michael Britton giving that little Mustang a little what for?
Yeah, the king would not approve.
Yes, he would.
No. I don't think so. Oh, for the turf Kia. Trying to give some back. Throw it in there, see if it sticks.
Mock grass, if you will.
Done and dusted. That poor street stock Camaro just got nothing. Got nothing.
The Knox Vegas Lowballers in Meat Space Racing, known for some of their absolutely fantastic multi-car themes, as well as their motorized picnic table.
I'm intrigued.
You should be. It's
I am.
They've got a thing about Ford Mondeo engines. Eric, what is the actual Duratec V6 or?
Yeah,
Eric is feeding the dog, end quote.
Ah, okay.
He'll be right back.
Yeah, those are like
Very important.
they are like SHO Duratec V6 whatever's.
Contour motors.
Yeah, the Contour motors. So they've got a twin engine minivan that runs two of them. They've got a Ford Mondeo that they put a 65 Mustang on. They've got a Geo Metro they crammed one in the back of.
As you do.
Well, that's really like a powertrain they wrapped a Geo Metro around. I mean, you change the engine by taking four people and picking the car up off the powertrain.
Fact.
That's not an exaggeration.
No, I've seen it happen.
Yeah,
And
they didn't put an engine in the car. They wrapped a car around a power plant.
So they'll run a theme across all their cars. That Geo Metro was one of the greatest Smokey and the Bandit themes ever done because they had the Snowman's
Go the wrong
truck.
way. Don't go that way. Oh, good.
Oh,
Sorry.
I mean,
Oh.
here's the thing. There's no way you didn't see that truck. There's no way.
He was blinded.
We're there.
It's a
Driving
truck.
blind out there.
Now, just anytime you see a crash with Ray Mattore, the line is always he was blinded.
Oh, okay.
Inside joke.
Even if
Man.
there's no sun and...
Joke.
Especially if there's no sun.
Particularly,
Oh, okay. That was a very deep laugh. That was almost Santa-like.
'tis the season.
Oh, that was Jabba. Sorry. I went straight from Santa to Jabba the Hutt.
I'm told you don't like it when smugglers dump their cargo at the first sight of Imperial Death Cruiser.
I hate it.
Wow. The nerd is strong tonight, Mental.
I hate it. There we go.
There we go. There's proof. Yeah, that's how you get to. You literally, it's 3 people, and they will lift that Geo up, roll it forward, and then fiddle around with the drivetrain, which they do a lot.
Is that Jurassic Park?
That particular one, yes. They've done several themes with that Geo. Several
actually Geo-Rassic Park.
Jurassic Park. I like the cage wrapping from the inside around the roof there. That is.
One of their drivers is like 6'4", and they wanted to make sure there was ample head clearance for that, so they went a little overboard.
I mean, that's interesting, but at the same time, that's freaking awesome. Like, that's...
A lot of your smaller cars have exo cages, or require them if you've got anybody of normal stature.
I like it.
One of the great ones that they did is they did the entire Hoonigans, because they've got that 66 Mustang on a Mondeo, so they painted it up like the Hoonicorn. They took that Geo and did it up like his Fiesta RS. The twin-engine minivan was the camera car, complete with the camera boom.
So it was basically jousting the whole time during the race.
No, it was set up like they were doing the Hooniverse, the 10-block burnout videos.
Right, but it's got a boom sticking out from the car like a jousting pole.
Okay, listen, Mr. AER, just because you got a big pole sticking out of the front of your race car doesn't mean that you're out there trying to joust everybody.
I think it does.
Well,
Chrissy, can I get some help here?
Where's the giraffe? Where's the giraffe when you need the giraffe?
Yeah.
Yeah, right. We've run for years with a big pole out of the roof of our car. It's totally
I'm actually with OSHA, and I've literally been sitting here this whole time putting up with y'all just so I can bust you on that.
But in meat space racing, a giant thing sticking out the front of your car is sort of like the sword of Damocles. Any damage you inflict on any other car will be inflicted upon you in equal measure. It's not exactly like it's a weapon.
And I'll take your
front of our car.
Yeah.
The first weekend we ran it, we had a bet with a couple of our teammates and said that, I think it was $5 at least, that said this will not last the whole weekend. And now we've been running for the last 5 years. Same
More
setup.
so.
Exactly.
Yeah, exactly. I will take your OSHA bluff, and I will raise you one Chrissy, who is actually a safety professional.
I was going to say, I was like, I was on the phone with OSHA like yesterday, and like
Nice.
they didn't talk about it. So fine.
Oh, you want on the phone with me?
I am a safety professional, but I also don't talk to OSHA too much.
Because they're scared of her, because she'll tell them where they're not safe.
No, they're just ball busters. Is what it is. Fun suckers. OSHA is a fun sucker.
OSHA is the fun police.
Oh yeah.
There's a t-shirt.
No. Next week's livery. OSHA is a fun sucker. Do it. I dare you.
Just a bunch of remorse with OSHA jackets on.
Remorse with OSHA. Clipboards and pocket protectors with OSHA name tags.
Yeah, it's perfect.
There's the Not Biggest Snowballers with 2 of their cars right there. That's
I like the wing, man.
It was great. And then right behind it, you see the camera car, and there's the Hoonicorn that they molded that 66 Mustang onto a Mondeo.
The Le Monster logo is nice. I'm a fan.
They do a good job. Yeah. There's a whole bunch more. They have an Instagram account. Should also have everything on there. Many things on there. At Knox Vegas Low Ballers.
And honestly, they're great drivers. They're never in the way. They're when they're fast by getting around you, not by intimidating you. They're a hoot in the paddock. They've got their little picnic table. They cruise through the paddock. Phenomenally nice people. Will loan you any tool that they have. They really embrace the whole spirit.
And I believe they were the first team to collect every trophy and run the same car from C, B, and A. I think they did it first. Like the same chassis went tick, tick, tick all the way up.
Yeah, the Geo and IOE. Yeah, I called it the Lemons Quadrangle of Immaculance because I had been drinking one day.
Amanda just hooking that little slight tail out all the way around into turn 1. just before she gets outpowered by the Kias, but
It's Tom Pyrak, but yeah, same.
it is. I'm sorry. Yeah, running the Amanda livery, which she's out there running the Amanda livery
that's
too.
from when.
Yeah, they were all running the same livery for one race, and her and Tom Pyrak are too lazy to change it.
That tracks.
Preston's lyrics there are wonderful.
Yes.
those are excellent.
I quite like that. Oh, follower. Hi, follower.
Kushiki 1963. Thanks for the follow. Welcome to the
You
gaggle.
know what you get for following? Not much.
A dancing penguin. And an entertaining
Following will
evening of
get you a cup of
programming.
coffee.
Yes.
You get access to the Nemesis Lab store where you too can totally rock a set of pink Mooshlong leggings.
Good lord, did you catch the tie-in there? Like, did everyone else in the broadcast booth, were we taking notes? Because
Damn, he's smooth.
he's a freaking master. It's unbelievable.
Damn, he's
When
smooth.
it comes to shilling, Mental is up there with the best. No,
I can only be impressed. I can only be appreciative. That's all. Well, actually, then I guess I can be two things. I can be impressed and appreciative. Impressionative. That's very Russian.
Get in on the truck puns. That's right.
Duh.
That kind of seamless ability to just move from pushing one product to another helped my team win the World of Texas Rally last year with Steph and Donnie. As we had a golden opportunity with all 4 Lemons Rally cars at the same gas station, and we were only going to get one take on this one. But it was the World of Texas Rally used car sales.
And you made it
guys.
happen.
And if you have Mental tells a story that goes nowhere on your card, and I'll have you know.
That's all 4 corners tonight, Eric.
Cheers.
I mean,
Yeah.
there's the E1R bingo, but the Sunduro bingo would get creative.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Yeah, you're gonna need. Oh crap! I can't even think of all the references. There are so many. So many.
Really, the only reference that you need is the first time you hear Giga Blast, you just finish the bottle. Speed
Yeah.
up.
Giga Blast and Schlong.
They go together.
Mental is our grandpa telling all sorts of stories, which are brought to you by Top Flight Computers.
I was really about to wind up on that. There is no way a grandpa has hair this good, but yeah, no, Eric, you're right. Because these stories that go nowhere, brought to you by Advanced Racing Development and, bizarrely, Yokohama Tires.
And Crystal Pepsi. What's not brought to you by
I used to
Pepsi, really?
love Crystal Pepsi. And then I had it like 2 years ago, and I'm like, not as good as I remembered.
Why did I like this?
I fondly remember lots of things from years of yore that I will not repeat.
Yeah, like Surge.
Right? And then you do it, and you're just like,
Many of those were in Thailand, though, for you, Hamza.
I was going to say Jolt, but yes, Surge, Jolt, all that stuff.
Hey, why don't you knock the judgment out of your voice? It's not like you wouldn't have done the
King
same
shame.
thing if
Come on.
given the opportunity. Like, it's just
No
like,
king shame.
I was there, no king shame.
I was there. There was ramen that was from Malaysia. There was a lady boy. What would you do?
Yeet. I took a train for a month. I was on a party train. We had a private train, 400 of us. We left Singapore, and we arrived in northern Thailand 3.5 weeks later.
What? You had a private train.
Somebody paid you to do this?
400
No,
of
I
us.
paid for it. I bought the ticket because that was
On tax
amazing.
dollars at work?
No. This was with my own paycheck. I didn't do this with like your money.
Oh, okay.
What kind of private train
How do you
has
sign up for
400
this?
people on it? I'm confused.
So I'm a hash house terrier, and there's
Nice.
there's Interhash, which is the world's it's like the Olympics of drinking.
Okay.
Yes, it's a drinking club with a running problem, but then there's like, international events. And one year it was held in Thailand, because that's an amazing combination.
As you do. Yeah.
And if
that's
there's
totally
anything you
normal.
do on the way to Thailand, you're like, well, let's hit the Philippines, Singapore, and Malaysia. We'll just end up in Thailand. I mean, why would we go straight there? So.
You know, I interviewed
So
for
the train from the Philippines was a little strange, but you know.
No. We flew from the Philippines to Singapore. We took the train from Singapore, the island nation state.
I was just picturing, like, you know, the Homer Simpson deleted scenes in his head between the Philippines and Thailand. Be like, it was probably a train. It must be.
So where I was reminded.
Wasn't that was a train? Yeah,
So a friend of mine's like, dude, you were eating deep fried scorpions riding an elephant. I was like, what? There's pictures. So it
that's
happened.
what I was doing. The next time y'all go, make sure that you take all the California runners need to have one of those meetings
Hello,
like
roast
somewhere in
beef
the
sandwich.
Himalayas. Go to Tibet. Make sure all of the sea level runners go to Tibet for a convention. That's perfect.
Well, it's really not about running.
Obviously not. It's about the elephants.
Turns
and
out,
the
yeah.
scorpions.
Scorpion.
Turns out it's about, camaraderie and fraternity. Turns out there's more to life than competition.
Blasphemous.
You know,
But that's actually his philosophy. He has told us to slow down in pit stops when we're
That's
racing
when
his car.
But that's what
it's gotta be
mistakes happen.
Santiago. Yeah. Yep.
Now you always go back to the safety thing, but your words were, slow down, guys. We're not trying to get into a car race here.
Yeah.
That's awesome.
That was an impressive recovery, though.
It really was. More actual talent on display, and this is not the place for that.
Are those
We
talent
can-
in air quotes?
Yes.
No, that was actually, there were no quotes at all.
No, I'm just kidding. No,
Real
there's
talent.
some. No, these guys are amazing.
I believe he's traveling for work, so he doesn't have his wheels. So I think he's controllering it, which makes that even more impressive.
What? He traveled without his setup? Come on.
I'm unfamiliar with this concept. Of course, I was on a train in Thailand
God.
for 3.5 weeks. So.
Private train with 400 people.
Very, very little connectivity.
It was a private train with
I
absolutely no
somehow doubt that, but internet
It was in the
connectivity, I believe
it
that.
was in the days pre-iPhone. If you want to go back to those Neolithic prehistoric eras.
I wasn't talking about internet, but that's okay.
It was a Luddite fest.
There was plenty of connectivity. There was just no internet.
See, yeah, exactly. I'm tracking with you. It was actually a funny joke. It's a shame none of these people didn't
Do you
get
want
it.
me? I mean,
Well
I can
done.
explain it. You know, because like the connectivity would be like you're
Getting to know people.
teaching other parts, and
No.
Were you keeping it? They were keeping up foreign relations.
It wasn't like that at all. No, it wasn't like that at all.
just not in Thailand. That never happens.
These are
I interviewed for a newspaper job in Cambodia once over the phone, and I was talking to the editor who was Irish, very angry Irish man who had no time for me, and was basically like, "Look, there are no laws here, so you're pretty much on your own. You can get yourself in a lot of trouble. So if you're not somebody who can handle their own shit, just don't show up." And I was like, "Okay, this is probably not for me."
So saying yes to those kinds of things leads to the most amazing life experiences.
Yeah, it probably would have. It was just there was just a lot of other stuff.
Or it leads to rehab. Either way.
Either way, it's more. I mean, as a writer, you can be part of the story. It can be your content.
Do me a favor,
Yeah,
there, Eric.
that's
While
very
the
true.
Jetta is breaking all the laws of physics, say, "Look, there are no laws here again."
But in an angry Irish accent.
There it is, right there. It's good way to
There are
start.
no laws here.
There it is.
Yeah.
There are no laws here, Chicago boy. So if you can't handle your own crap, don't even show up.
I feel like
I
I've been
think of your
dropped.
dipstick, Jimmy.
I feel like I've been dropped into the bad accents and gangs in New York. Just 5 points.
Bouncy, bouncy, bouncy.
Outside of Daniel Day-Lewis, that movie was not the best acting in the world.
I believe that Jetta was bouncy, trouncy, and flouncy. You know, that's the wonderful thing about tigers. Sir, can you play the cricket sound effect, please?
It's good on it.
No need.
It's good.
Oh, you guys should have just let that one hang with Sean asking for crickets.
Please,
Please clap.
please.
Please clap.
Help.
Oh god, wasn't there a stand-up comedian who? But that was a real like stand-up bit. Like
No, it was a
dude
politician.
That's right. That's right.
I don't remember which one it was.
It was Jeb. That's who it was.
Yeah.
It was Jeb.
Oh, thank God.
Yeah, it was Jeb Bush. Please clap. Oh. Ooh, almost as good as the Dean scream. It's kind of in the ballpark.
Totally different, but the same.
Yeah, the same other indicator of, well, he's done.
Yep.
Well, this is season 4, right? Or stint 4 of Lemon's iRacing?
Yes.
Yeah,
So there's going to be one more to round out a year. We're coming up on, what, 9 months, 8-9 months of people getting better and better at this. We're a half hour in, and it's actually pretty impressively good.
Yeah, and your top guys, your Duclos, your Ramblers, and your Courtiers, they're actually all, well, the Courtiers, he's got about a minute 46, but early on they were all within a minute.
Yeah, people are getting good at this, like, respectively.
It's like
Not us.
It's like Meat Space Lemon 2. When it all started, it was all just a big joke, and then people did it long enough and actually got kind of good at this, and like good at racing and stuff, and that was completely an accidental byproduct.
Well, I got into it in 2012. When did you guys get into it?
My first Lemons race was 2007.
7, 10.
9,
10.
9 or 10.
10 here, but I never got
Whenever we got the Wartburg.
Even since 12, it's gotten fast and good.
Kind of.
Yes, if you ever want to play, shut up real racer, you look up Lemon's times at tracks and then look up what the same kinds of cars are running at a NASA or SCCA weekend, and you will find that on several occasions the Lemons people are even faster.
Well, even beyond that, there's the occasional Lemons racer who, builds an SCCA car after they've done Lemons for a bunch of years. Like, we'll see what this is about. And I'm thinking of one in particular. I won't say his name, but multiple Lemons race winner built kind of a humdrum B-swap Civic, took it to SCCA, and I talked to him after I think his first race weekend. He was just like, man, none of these idiots can actually drive.
Fact.
Yeah. And, he finished I think he qualified third in a car that it was down 50 horsepower and, 200 pounds over, the guy who was ahead of him. So.
Over Real Racer trademark.
Yeah.
And
over a guy
yeah.
who paid $90,000 to have a, touring B car built, basically.
Yes. And it gets even funnier if their car breaks over a weekend, because their tool of choice is to get on the phone and leave a hostile voicemail for their mechanic.
Right. The shop messed it up, And this guy,
engine builder did this wrong.
And this Lemons guy, of course, builds his own motors, does all of his own work, and drives a top 5 car, all the way up to whatever their nationals are. He's qualified in the top 5 there and had a mechanical. But he's, his entire background in wheel-to-wheel racing was Lemons, and he showed up and was super competitive.
I'm pretty sure that all of the empty seats in Formula One are going to be filled out of the Lemons lineup and iRacing, for 2021, 2022.
Whoa! Now that was a brilliant dodge. Did he save it after he gets on the grass? Oh, that was excellent.
That Jetta, I think it was one of the Hessers, came through there.
Sideways.
Yeah.
Oh,
He saved it from the grass. But
Wait
not
for
the
it, wait for it.
And then,
It is a Hesser. It is a Hesser. And he gets on the grass. Does he save it?
That's the 18 car. I don't
The
know.
alien car.
No, it was the crap. What car is that? Yeah, the Gangnam.
Oh, Gangnam Style. Wolfson. Okay, and Wolfson. And he gets back onto pavement, and he recovers. Oh, well.
8 seconds in penalty, but a nice recovery. Nice recovery. Yeah, those cones are definitely out of the box. The cool thing is that they auto reset. No cone shaggers needed. in iRacing.
Oh man. Both of them. Yeah. That's pretty
If
cool.
that happens on a real racetrack, poo comes out.
For this is the time in the race your ass will pucker.
The other nice thing about iRacing is the cones come back and reset automatically. In Lemons racing, the cones reset automatically, but to different places where they're spit out of suspensions. There's no resetters needed in Lemons Meat Space racing either. Any cones that are damaged remain damaged.
So if it spits out 40 feet on the outside of turn 5, but it was the apex cone for turn 2, are you still obligated to apex it?
There's no apex cones in Lemons
I know
racing. All that stuff's removed.
I know there's not.
No, if it spits out 40 feet away, it's going to be, eaten by a real Kia.
Yeah, but
And then spit out into a Camaro that's going to lose a brake rotor.
Nice. Is that the Skip Barber that's got the Nemesis logo on it? Because if it is, thank you.
Not that one.
Yeah, there it is. There it is.
The red one. The red one.
Oh, hi.
Yes,
The
Kevin.
rest of your livery is very plain, but thank you.
There's some Cleveland on it.
There's a little bit of Cleveland going on.
10-cent beer night next week, Kevin.
Absolutely. Bonus points for real photos.
10-cent beer night. What could possibly go wrong?
In Cleveland in 1976.
Oh, that's just a problem. You know that's going to be a problem. Who was the Rolex team that used to run that livery? There was a Rolex team that used to run a very Browns-like livery like that. Can't remember who it was.
Don't.
Is it me then? I'm alone again? Thanks.
You're way outside my wheelhouse, man. I got nothing. I can only make it worse.
So if
Make it worse.
if your bingo card has Sean loses his place in a story in the middle of not remembering something.
I didn't lose my place. I asked if people knew who it was. I knew exactly the fact that I didn't know who the hell it was.
Anybody? Can I get a lifeline? Phone a friend? Anybody?
Hell? That is an interesting group of... Oh my God, why are you following us? Seriously.
VW Love 82. Hey, if you're looking to meet a married man from Long Island, we know exactly who to introduce you to.
I wonder if that is actually Tom. That's probably is. Like, that's another VW. No, there's only one. It is Tom. There's not another one. There's not a pair of them.
Some on Only Lambs, yeah.
Oh man.
There's a lot going on Only Lambs.
You guys wait till you see the New Hampshire recap. I lose it during the Only Lambs section. It's the most disturbing thing I've ever seen. And that is the long list.
The work that they put into that Saturday night was truly epic.
Yeah. Yeah. So good and awful.
All right, we're going to take a...
So Brian D47, the Ghost Kia, basically his internet is being provided by Cox Gigablast. So that's what's just going to happen when your internet cuts out on you.
Take a break from not caring about the race to let you watch some actual racing.
Yeah, just to remind everybody that there is a race going on.
Yeah. Of sorts. Oh look, the gap is a half second.
How is Santiago still running 20th?
Aliens.
Is it Santiago, or are we changing names of teams, or is this two people running under the same name? How are we swapping this out for the Enduro? It's his real name, right? It's not someone else under his name?
I just know it says, S. Iglesias.
Unless they joined as a team.
He got beamed back to the mothership for a while. They needed something fixed.
It is exactly back there repairing their racing rig.
Elvis needed a peanut butter and banana sandwich.
That the Millennium Falcon, it won't make the run in 12 parsecs, so we're going to need you to come up here and work on the hyperdrive.
It's down to 14. It's down to 14. It's got to be 12. It has to be 12. Go bowling. Do as the truck says.
Put the lotion on the skin again.
Absolutely. Oh, no.
Yippee! Oh. Gets a little attitude adjustment.
F's in chat for Cleveland.
Oh. F's in chat for right front wheel alignments.
Tappy tap tap.
To be fair, a truck only weighs 3,700 pounds.
Give it a little tippy tap.
Oof.
I'm impressed with the robustness of the Skip Barber A-arms there, which would never have happened in real life.
No, apparently just the viewing engine, but the physics engine has recognized that those wheels are aft.
There
Yeah,
you
he
go.
did.
He did.
Can something be F'd? Can something be F'd AF? Because that's
In the
what
world
that
of
is.
Lemon, all things are possible.
Excellent.
I think I told this story, but one of my coworkers, his daughter was getting ready for school, and she came in a T-shirt that said "Awesome AF," and he was thinking to himself, "You know, the Air Force is pretty awesome. Yeah, I really like that shirt." And then his wife had to, "That's not what it says."
So, Mental, explain the AF Academy.
Mental's last story brought to you by Top Flight Computers. That's Mental job. I'm sorry.
Because really, when you say AF, that's when you want to go into the Top Faith Insurance Agency. So when everything around you is important AF, make sure you insure it with the Top Flight Insurance, or not the Faith Insurance Agency.
Oh no, we've broken Mental. We've broken him. He's mixing sponsors.
Oh.
The dudes are merging.
That's right.
What do you mean?
What happens when the personalities actually merge? Are we getting ready to find out?
Someone's getting
Uh-oh.
fresh paint.
It's a body in white.
Like the heat off the exhaust is somebody spent like weeks on that. And
That's
what
what
you
you
break
put-
it somehow.
That's when
And
you put
there's
your
still-
s'mores.
There's dirt coming off, tire rub.
You put your s'mores down there in the heat, and they get all smushy.
I'd like to point out that the Mooshlong is immune to such nonsense.
Yes. Mooshlong has
There it is. Boom.
happiness achieved.
Boom. Oh, the heat comes out.
What the hell? What,
And of course, the Gordon's Fisherman.
That's right.
what's the Keith Comstock reference? I've missed that.
So he was in the minor leagues, and it was photo day for their baseball cards, and he insisted he insisted that his photo be of him getting hit in the nuts with a baseball, and he had to bribe a photographer to do it.
I've never seen that before. That's wonderful.
Yeah, it's the greatest baseball card of all time.
Yeah. Oh my God, Ow My Balls. That would have been on Ow My Balls.
Well done, Ryan. I believe that was a Ryan livery added to that car.
So I
Thank
worked
you.
with a guy down at Hurlburt Field who didn't have business cards, but he had wallet-sized glamour shots of himself. And when somebody would hand him a
Nice.
business card, he would break out a wallet glamour shot,
Yes.
write his name and info on the back, and hand it to them.
Oh wow! I'm just good with doing that. I don't care what it costs. It needs to happen.
I am absolutely going to do that. That is awesome.
But you got to get the old school with the halo lighting. Yeah, the Technic background and the halo lighting. Yeah. You can't.
The blue background with the pink lasers.
There's a look
on
at
it.
10 Cent Beer Night.
Oh, there's 10 cent beer night, by the way. Actually, that might be Disco Demolition Night now that I look at it. It looks like the White Sox scoreboard, but
That's the fourth inning stretch.
that is definitely 10-cent beer night in full regalia.
Oh my god.
Wow.
Notice all the
Cleveland
beer
rocks.
cans all over the field.
I like that there's like a little 9-year-old kid like right outside the dugout that looks like
Hey.
he's swinging punches, man. You
Kids
see-
kids learn what they live.
There's no way he's not. Yeah,
That,
he's stoned
that guy is
in the
in
middle.
politics right now. He is in politics right now.
Yeah.
that guy is like the tax commissioner for,
Oh
you know,
my God.
Bumbalumba County somewhere.
He's a senator.
No, he wouldn't make Senate, but he would definitely be like, you know,
House?
head of the county tax commission or something.
Oh dear.
Jesus runs.
Is that something you get, or is that something that's happening?
Exactly. There's so many ways to interpret that.
It could be Jesus.
Thanks for the follow,
Racist.
Jesus. Jesus runs. Thank you for the follow.
Oh, I'm just gonna stick with Jesus.
It doesn't matter.
Just to be controversial.
It doesn't matter.
It's evidently Jesus runs or Jesus runs doesn't care. He's given us the universal bodybuilder pose for hell yes. Oh my God, was that a Jetta pit maneuvering a truck?
A sentence you would never expect
Truck?
to utter.
There. All right, truck comes. Yup. Well,
Yep. Well, I don't know if
it's
it,
hard to say. I think the truck pit maneuvered itself.
yeah, I'm not giving them the benefit of like an intentional. They were just shoved over.
There's a lot of hooking going on there. A lot of hooking. Congratulations, you played yourself. Nice. Aaron Lineman says I was blinded.
Hey, Ron.
Hey, Aaron.
Hey, Aaron. He knows all about the blindness. He knows the story behind the blindness.
Oh man, now payback is hell, and that's what that was. That was retaliation.
Oh, Craig coming in off the top rope, blinded.
Blinded by he's pissed. Eric Hesser, what's going on with the neon Kia, the neon green Kia? Missed it by that much. There's aliens. There's Gigablast.
Lots of aliens.
There's more
Yeah,
Gigablast.
he's having alien internet connections, but yeah, there's alien stuff on here. It's nice.
Just warping to other areas of the track. He's just finding wormhole after wormhole. It's perfect. What? Sitco.
Oh, Matt Guitar
Iglesias.
Murphy.
Yeah,
Guitar Murphy.
so-
Matt
Oh,
Guitar
very
Murphy.
nice.
They are
Yeah.
aliens. Yeah.
Yep.
Matt took-
The recently the Air Force had that Storm Area 51 issue, and in order to deal with it, the Air Force randomly grabbed people from various positions on base and said, "Hey, you're now on this task force." And being sympathetic to their pleas, we all went and bought them the limited production Bud Light Area 51 and inflatable dolls and filled their office with them.
Oh, nice. I would have been down for that. That's a blinker. That is definitely a blinker we got going on there. Why have things gone to black and white?
Ah, Dateline, Ohio. Seems those fellows that got themselves those motor horseless carriages are having themselves a little bit of a speed contest.
A speed contest. Love it.
Boy, she pops.
Oh my.
Here we see Pittsburgh's favorite son, Randy Bish, as he charges down the poop chute here in Mid-Ohio.
Oh,
Layers.
Boy, what a gobblerito.
So many layers.
is there a "Here he goes again" reference for like going into madness or something? Aaliyah's not there, but there he goes again.
Need some reg.
I could make a madness reference, but I feel like nobody would get it because they also, in addition to Our House, their other big song was One Step Beyond. But
Step beyond. It's a good song.
it's a great song.
You're a good song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, I got nothing.
And
I was just.
thank you. Thank you, I guess. Is that Senna? We have Senna racing with us tonight.
Senna racing in the Krispy Kreme. that is extreme.
Because it happened all the time. It's a little known fact. Senna loved Krispy Kreme.
It's on the hood, by the way.
Who's his favorite?
Is it just it's just the logo.
Oh.
I like the fins on the extraction louvers are even painted. That's nicely done.
Yeah.
That's some
Someone was
detail-oriented work.
Do you think that was like, I'm gonna make these louvers look amazing, or that was kind of like, oops?
Probably that.
Like, just painted the car and went, that looks pretty cool. I'll leave it like that. Kia. There we go.
Now the real challenge would be to take a car and actually get the chia thing to work and grow, so that you have a living, growing paint on your meat space car.
Yeah.
Smear the paste on, right? And then it just grows, I think. Doesn't it?
Yeah, but you got to get it to stick somehow. It's not gonna. You have to like mess up, like scuff it up, so you got like a mechanical bond, and then you got to grow it for a couple of weeks prior to the race, so that when you show up, it's growing, and somehow keep it on for.
Yeah, get it through tech.
May I suggest ramen?
Yeah, it doesn't have to last the race. It just needs to start.
Ramen fixes everything.
This is what I'm learning from tonight. This is our Jerry's final thought. Is
Is your takeaway?
yeah,
Right.
Is ramen fixes everything.
What did we learn on the show tonight, Craig? I learned that ramen fixes everything. Some hair plugs for your Honda. Okay. So we're gonna get Biden to drive a Honda.
Biden can't drive anymore. Once you're elected president, you are not allowed to operate a motor vehicle
On public roads, you can still
on
go
public. I'm sorry, yes, on public roads. Yes.
because Bush is all about driving in his backyard in his back 40 on the ranch. Because there was a video that he's like, "This is the only time I get to drive," and he's like, just in his F-150 bombing around on the old access road.
Good for him.
And when Seinfeld didn't he do a Comedians in Cars with
Obama.
With Obama.
Yeah.
But he can only drive like
In the driveway of the White
in the
House.
driveway. of the White
Yeah.
House, yeah.
Yeah. Shows up with that vet, and he's like, "I can only drive it here."
Yeah. Pretty good Obama, by the way.
It's not as good as the meat wad.
And when Biden was VP, there's a Leno. He and Leno are doing burnouts out on the closed airfield.
Yeah. Which is but excellent.
That's right. This
all
should
the
be
onion.
bringing back the old Trans Am references for Uncle Joe.
Right.
Absolutely, from the Onion.
Yeah.
Washing his Trans Am in the driveway with no shirt on.
His cutoffs.
So I mean, politics aside, you remember when Biden said like, "I just give me old pump from the double blast, from the double barrel," So Recoil Magazine went ahead and built a hardware store double-barrel shotgun, and they call it the Biden Blaster. And it's literally built from nothing that you can't buy at a hardware store, and it is a double-barrel 12-gauge. Well, it's a slam-fire gun, but that aside, they built it. It's great. I think it's Recoil Magazine, one of the gun magazines.
Bib dude with the double Giga Blast coming in strong. Bib dude. Double Giga Blast.
Which modem does that use?
It's 9600 baud.
96, yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a new one, so it doesn't actually play the connection.
Yeah, but that and it only works with 3DFX Voodoo graphics.
What was the old Sound Blaster? Was the sound card?
Yeah.
That was the bomb right there.
Yeah, still using Sound Blaster.
Sound of my youth.
And a 286 megahertz Pentium Packard Hell computer. Yeah, man, doesn't get any better than that. I've got 4 gigs of storage space. There's no way I could possibly ever fill that. It can't happen.
4
Such detail.
gigs.
4 whole gig. No way I could fill that.
How many does TIE Fighter use? That's all that matters.
About 50 megs.
See, I never did TIE Fighter. I did X-Wing back in the 90s.
I did X-Wing as well. It's a great game. It's hard.
Yeah.
Epic.
It's because you were trying instead of using the Force.
Yeah.
Have any of y'all played Squadrons? Because holy crap. Epic. More crickets, please.
No, you're on your own.
Unload all of them.
We're gonna need you to start bringing your own crickets.
Could you literally have just said no? I mean, instead of the dead air,
It's more fun to just...
Let's just leave him hanging again.
Well, part of that is a product of we have 37 people on the broadcast, so we're like waiting for someone else. But you know, the other part is we just like to let you hang out there.
I keep asking these questions and get nothing, and I don't know. Whoa!
Wow.
But you'll be on your own
from
for the
that,
next...
Larson.
Whoa! That's how I feel when y'all say nothing. Right there. Look at it. Right there. That's the nothing.
Look at it. Everybody look at it. That's my feelings. That's my feelings right there.
My feelings are a patriotically painted Kia.
Blinded.
Have you know?
I gotta say, a patriotically painted Kia is very Ohio. I can tell
Being
you
hit
from
by
having just been there.
Being hit by a NAS truck. That's my feelings. A patriotically painted Kia being hit by a NAS truck at Mid-Ohio.
The problem is the NAS truck was blinded.
I'm gonna go ahead and say the Oppa Gangnam Style Kia has avoided more wrecks in this race than we have seen avoided the entire time we've been doing this.
I think that's right.
They've been doing it in style, man. It's pretty impressive.
Right.
Al Jones has already won. You're already the winner. Got an hour, 4 minutes, and 30 seconds left in the race. Al Jones, you've already won.
Because people like them have talent.
It's actually in 6th place overall too.
Yeah, but he's won. He's the winner.
Oof.
It's probably what?
Oh, it's probably fine.
It's probably fine. Nice.
Which has become my new battle cry at work.
You just do it anyway.
It's probably fine.
That's fine. That's fine.
It'll buff out.
Almost halfway through this exercise in patience and endurance.
And they're doing a good
That's
job.
what this is?
Something like that.
Holy crap.
Oh man.
If people are getting better, it's less exciting.
Yeah.
We're gonna go out looking for people who've never iRaced before just because we need that. We really need stop being good.
Or like we're gonna give them a like setup that is intentionally wrong. You know, janky steering, off-center wheel, really twitchy brake bias. Like no,
it would be kind of funny to, man, what they really need is like a 1996 Pontiac Grand Am in this game.
Oh yeah.
And
with
then
a slush box steering.
yeah, and then you could like do things like, you know, one wheel is 3 degrees towed in and the other one is, you know, straight, and you know, you get...
Yeah, but that's factory spec.
Exactly.
Exactly.
And the transmission,
Run it, it's totally fine.
the transmission shift points are all jacked up, so it never comes out of third gear properly.
Or
Again,
Yeah, you have to run it in auto, and anything more than half throttle like makes it downshift regardless of how fast you're going. And yeah, you could call it the Juggalo 500.
yeah, I
it
mean,
never shifts. Yeah, it's fine. It's
Track twos or ball, right?
Oh yeah, there it tracks.
you would have to like, you could do it like in the setup tool, like the gear ratio would just have to be like, it's all third gear, like first and second, you know, go to like 5 and 8 miles an hour, and then it's just third gear, just third.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just
That would be great. And you don't like you could do it on the Jettas, and then you randomly assign a bunch of your own liveries, which is just various levels of rust and disappointment. And yes, and they have to use the setup. And you could simulate also the ball tires by overinflating them.
Yeah. Well, I think the most authentic thing you can do, and I don't know if you can do this in the setup, is to have one of the front brakes be about 4 times stronger than the other one.
You can set up bias. Absolutely. This is a great idea.
Yeah, when you press the brake, it, you know, yanks right. Like,
all of these things are absolutely possible in R Factor or a setup course.
they got the force feedback wheel and just jerking the wheel out of their hand every time they touch the brakes.
That's the authentic going to Blockbuster feel of it.
Can we do like affect the track so that it's a random patch that is invisible to the drivers just has black ice as well? Like
Yeah.
there's just an invisible like hoarfrost sheen that they can't see, but they just have nothing coming out of the turn. It's
would
just
be-
a skating rink.
Perfect for Ohio, for sure.
I wish we could mandate one R Factor race just because I could do all of that. I could do all of that. Like, I could make that absolute reality.
Yeah.
Well,
Everyone, like,
this is. Say this is a good segue because we've got the Kim Harmon Ice Grodium Key Party coming up, and perhaps after that one we could totally do this. It's one car and then mystery setup, but you have to use it. And yes,
All the themes are just that crappy burgundy, you know, Buick color. There's nothing on them other than that crappy Buick burgundy and little tiny numbers. So it's just a sea of like just a sea of burgundy failure.
now I have to go look.
in the same way that you can redo the way you can redo the front clips on the dang old street stock Camaros. I wonder if you could redo the front clips on the Jettas to look like an '87 Buick Century.
I think I found our model car.
I'm glad somebody's working on this.
Yeah. Let me, oh man, that's even like the perfect driveway photo.
It's just
Oh no! The Etios drops the wheel, chasing the Skippy. That's a chat. All right, now who can do their best Bon Jovi scream and quote Lady Auburn on there as noting that we're halfway through this race?
I'm not gonna touch it. I'm not going there.
yeah.
It's not happening.
Buy here, pay here stock. Oh my god, that is the greatest thing.
Yeah, that's it. That's it right here.
Yep, slam dunk. Yep. that is what everything needs to look like in this particular race. The purple 97 Bonneville SSD.
Oh, yes.
Oh, God.
I'd say something, but you're right. There's nothing else to say.
Yeah. I mean, that is the car that you step on the brake and it yanks to the right, you turn and it doesn't turn, or it turns really well the other way.
And it's covered in cat hair in the back seat. And you're like, who the fuck drives their cat around? Just letting the cat roll around. Or is the cat living in here when it's parked in your house? Like, there's only two ways you get that much cat hair in the back seat.
And part of it is also the cat's trying to escape the endless cigarette smoking, from the front seat.
Right.
Oh yeah, and it's got sticky change all filling up the center console.
The sticky change is the worst. Absolutely the worst.
Oh God, yes. Oh.
When we stripped the Ford Escort that we used for Lemon's car 10 years ago, yeah, that was like the day we stripped the interior, all of the sticky change, even wearing gloves, I was like, I need to go home and take a very long hot shower.
And it's always, when you're stripping cars to cage them or whatever, you're like taking the door panels apart. You're like, why is there sticky change inside the rear left door card? Like, there's $4.82 in change glued to the inside of the door panel.
Yep.
How the hell did it get here?
Yep. Don't know.
Yeah, oh yeah. It is unique to that. There was a
Lady Auburnon with the grossest sentence in human history also.
So you guys it took me a little while to dig this one up, but you guys were talking about the glamour shots.
Mm-hmm.
When I was going through training a number of years ago, it was mandated to us that we had to have a class photo. And the class directly behind me, they're like, this is stupid. Why are you making us do that? Like, no, you guys have to have a class photo. So they went down to the local mall, to the glamour shots, and took the photo that I just dropped into the chat. And I'd like to point out that everyone in that photo is, in fact, or was a military officer, and 3 of them are squadron commanders now.
What color was the Bonneville?
And Vaseline on the lens. Yep, that's called soft focus.
That's right.
Oh yeah, I shot a lot of black and white back in the 90s. Like, oh yeah, Vaseline on the lens, nylon panty. Oh nice, excellent.
Why, yes. The guy in the middle with the tie, it's clipped to his chest hair.
Wow.
Because why not?
What is happening in the middle of the frame? Or is that? Oh, it's you took a picture of the picture.
It was I was looking for an original, and I texted the lady in the red dress with way too much rouge. I texted her, and she's like, "Oh yeah, the family photo is never far," and she just took the picture of it off of her mantle where it hangs.
What a place of honor. Well done, mental. This awkward silence brought to you by Yoga on the Tides.
It's so good.
It's
Like,
brought to me by me. Or brought
focus
to
on.
I'm the awkward silence for the evening.
Focus on crashes. It's still a boring race. People are getting good. We're gonna have to start, rolling bowling balls out there, or course corrections mid-race.
Black flag all.
Black flag all for no reason.
Well, it's CMP. Everybody come in. Somebody's on our radio. Oh wait, it's us.
Yeah, that was,
Right.
Go back
that was a good day. That was the greatest hour of Lemons.
I mean, I know
was-
that everybody on our side was pretty upset about it, but you know.
Yeah.
It was what Lemons is though. Nothing planned. No one had that coming. It was what Lemons is though. It's a weird echo.
That's good. That grass needed to be mowed. It's cool.
Getting agricultural with it out there.
Just needs a plow, like Mr. Plow.
Beat me to it.
Oh,
That name
good.
again?
Still quick. That's good.
Now, what you really need is a Plow King.
Plow King! Mr. Plow!
I found some cars for us. It really could never get any more lemony than what I just found. And it's up on my screen if you want to look at it. Those are actually raceable.
Wow, those are raceable. It's got
Right.
potential. Yeah. Well, okay. So that's clearly somebody made that. What is the engine? What is the engine and mechanics that need to be simulated? What?
R Factor. I don't know what they've got in them for engines and stuff, but you can do all kinds of just weird stuff with R Factor.
All right. Does it take like step files or IGS files? What is it? What can I feed it?
You feed it the file structure that is running in the back end of R Factor. It's.
I meant for the physical, like the appearance CAD design.
3ds Max. Max files.
This moment of making you feel stupid silence brought to you by Hamza and Sean.
All right, I can output that from Fusion.
Yes, you could output Max files from Fusion.
I spent way too long, many years ago, modeling a airport air conditioning cart. That's like a 16-foot long, 8-foot tall trailer, huge air conditioning cart, to go into augmented reality, to loop back to do a tie back to the beginning for maintainer and maintenance training for augmented reality in the HoloLens. We modeled this thing, so I have a quite extensive full 3D model of a giant 16-foot long air conditioning cart, and that would be glorious to see racing around with the performance physics of one of the sports cars.
Because why not? Oh, here we go. This one's good too. The Stinker Cup.
So other people can't see what you're doing. That needs to be shared.
Oh, F in chat there. From Jizo Pete Racing.
Stop this Camaro on Camaro violence.
I'm sharing links with Ryan. I'm sure Ryan's compiling.
Okay.
That's right.
Now, you guys are missing there's a nice throwback about this being an HEIC file, so yeah. That's a comedy thing, it's a callback.
All about some lemons.
And they're good-looking cars. Lemons and limes.
Let's see here. They call it the Lemons 24-hour mod. That's stepping on some toes. It was originally released in June of 2008. The engines will turn more than 30,000 RPMs.
This is clearly like a computer graphics engine side project, like to model that. This is
And I'm not sure where the country of origin for the mod, but this is the third note about the mod. Notice when the race. More than 30,000 RPM engine is about to go that far from turning a start is very strict, so please note. Not to rotate the engine without the wheel spin might also want to keep out. Also be sure to increase boost and decrease boost. Key assignments and make sure to please. 1 lev limit. The boost in fuel consumption was boosted by 2.5, since they usually use 1. Slip into gear runs out of only 2 to choose a boost. He said it would be, and how to use.
In accordance with the prophecies.
That's it right there. Absolutely.
Installation is the reverse.
So no longer saith, which is now no longer being published, the Book of Haynes.
I am making car. Beware. Boost.
We have a Steph sighting in the chat.
Hey, Steph Schrader.
What's up, Steph?
Introduction of the mod. High Lemons 24H mod in the manufacture of Kita. Lemons is the word from head to float up. I want to manufacture momentum is already made. So mod. So far attention has been surprised by that. Le Mans race with the beta release. Guangomp, let us say, version 1.0. It is better to think.
So
that might need to be spoken before like a big meal somewhere.
I literally I know I've made everyone's night with that. I know I have. There's no way around it.
Well, I went to community college after high school and occasionally happened in the cafeteria upon the odd poetry reading, and that was frightfully similar to that.
It was, what were the, oh my god, freaking, 42.
I gave my love a cherry.
The Volgons. The Volgon poetry.
There we go. Yeah. The Volgons, yeah. That was Volgon poetry.
Hey, Cox Gigablast in the Twitch chat. How about that?
You love it. It's just amazing. Get some Shaka when the walls fell.
I was gonna say I love the Star Trek: The Next Generation references. Those are nice. Thank you for those.
Oh my god.
So we need Sean Reed's translated English as a regular feature on these as well.
We could go with about
and on the bingo card.
Yep.
What else do we have?
I hope someone's writing all these down, because we have the program that'll give you the bingo card.
Of course not. Why would I be writing anything down?
The points are made up and the rules don't matter.
I have to set my drink down if we're doing that.
That's valid. That's 100% valid.
It's 10 o'clock. I haven't had one.
Slacker.
Sort of knocking out bits and pieces of work throughout chatting with you guys, so gotta draw the line somewhere.
I don't know how that's possible, but well done.
I'm mindlessly punching holes in metal.
As he punches a hole as if to say, I'm not actually joking.
Yeah. I will say for fabricating, getting a 2-ton punch or a hand punch for going through sheet metal is way better than drilling them.
You know, that was H.I. McDonough's first job out of prison. I got the job drilling holes in sheet metal.
There's something.
Raising Arizona reference. I was I had to dig deep for that one.
Yeah.
It's another great Lemons theme. I think we've had one, but you know, you can never have too many of those.
That's a redoable one.
Yeah.
It's a hell of a miss there. That is a.
He took the glaze off that Krispy Kreme donut for sure.
That was Darmok and Gelada Tanagra right there.
At the end of the back shoot, even.
Or was it Darmok and Gelato on the Ocean? I'm not sure which one it was. It was one or the other. Really? No more Star Wars? Or Star Trek? God damn it.
Oh! I'm leaving. Turn in your card on the way out.
I remember the quotes and I get the damn show wrong. Are you kidding me?
Yeah. You might as well be Lois at the Kiss concert singing, and have a lovely day.
I'm revved up like a douche. My God.
Clearly, you didn't have your Gordon's fish sticks.
I had actual, proper, really good Indian food. I have no excuse. I was ready for this. The large pauses tonight, man. What's up with that? That's not normal. It's very weird.
Sorry, I'm punching holes in
Punching holes in
punching holes in 2mm sheet metal over here.
Sorry, I'm doing
Sorry.
He hasn't said what he's punching holes in the metal with either. That's what's.
There's the Cox Gigablast. Sorry, it's just a lamp.
Is that
Cox
what you're punching
Gigablast.
holes in the metal with?
I wish.
It's not as precise. You can't get the Cox Gigablast to punch precise holes in metal.
It's when the water jet just won't cut it. Oh my God.
I'm not.
And demonetized.
Were we ever monetized?
Not in a meaningful way.
Oh, cool.
Peter North lamp. I don't know what that means.
Yeah, Drew, that really probably is going to get 3D printed. That's worth it.
Actually, I feel like that could get 3D printed and be the trophies for the first Meat Space Lemons race. Yeah, there's a joke about it. You know, it after 2 cancellations, everything getting built up.
What kind of stuff would get built up?
Wow,
Gigablast.
Are we really digging ourselves a hole here today?
No, I mean,
When are we not?
if you showed up, yeah, I think that's.
When are we not digging that hole? the cadence in the background of
What's even funny is we're missing some great stuff. Is as the Gigablast lamp came up there, Lady A called back to that, and that's how the change gets sticky.
And Steph she's been out of the chat for a while. You've been missed, Steph. What have you been? Have you been working or doing something silly like that?
work.
Ready for yeah. See, now that would have been the perfect time right there, Hom says, as he just goes, work. Thunk. Yeah.
Big Batman 60s series thwack on the screen right there.
All right. Now, I will give you props for that. Actually, just driving into Houston to get a Bridget the Midget signature is worth it.
Well, that actually ties back to the Chrysler Sebring story, by the way. That's the car they were racing that weekend was NSF's Sebring. They took it to MSR Houston to race, and there was an NSF racing outing to one of the many establishments in Houston where Bridget
Folk dancing establishment.
Folk dancing, yes, correct. Where Bridget the Midget happened to be performing. And yes, there was a signed photo that was bribed.
There was another short stature folk dancer in Barber in Birmingham. So, and this is not NSF's first rodeo, so to speak.
NSF invented the rodeo, I'm pretty sure. Oh man. Yeah, so Chrysler Sebrings, by the way, should you bring one to race at Sebring in May, you can race for free. You can race for free in Lemons with a Chrysler Sebring at Sebring.
And if you can't find one, find Fail Inc. on Instagram, and for a small fee, Dr. Florida Man Donnie will locate you one.
That's right.
If he doesn't already have 3 sitting in his house.
Sebring by Chrysler is a heck of a motor carriage. Well said, Mike Bruce. You know, the fantastically awful and peak Chrysler thing about the Sebring is that the hardtop and the convertible are completely different. I don't know if, and most people don't know that. The Sebring is basically a fat Eclipse, and the convertible is a fat Stratus. So, and they are totally unrelated.
There's you mentioned the regular car reviews. They a couple of months ago back they did a Sebring review, and it was the Avenger based Sebring.
That's the coupe. Yeah.
Which I feel like
you just ended it with like that was the end of. They did their review of it.
Well,
if you can find the Chrysler Sebring based on the Avenger and then paint it up like the one from Thompson to bring to Sebring.
Oh yeah.
That's like 16 walls you just broke.
Yeah, totally. Yeah, the Thompson Speedway pace car is at like a 2009 Dodge Avenger RT, which is a perfect Lemons car. So we desperately want a Lemons team to find one of those and paint it exactly like the Thompson pace car.
And the Thompson pace car has to represent 2 digits of percentages of the remaining Avengers running.
Oh, you have not been to Ohio, my friend. Ohio. I was in Ohio a couple weeks ago briefly, and I saw more Dodge Darts in Ohio than I have seen in like 2 days than I have seen in the last 8 years.
Like the new Italian ones that because they're financed for $99 a month, and if you've got a paycheck and a job and a pay stub, we can get you in a car.
We're gonna have them in the buy here, pay here stock series.
That's exactly right.
Yeah.
The funniest thing we've done all night is that right there. It's just a conk. That. Yep. There you go.
It's like a much worse version at the end of Boogie Nights when the guy's setting off the firecrackers in the background.
There's just a punch press in the background of the broadcast. I'm sorry to all you loyal listeners who came here for.
Literally, it's Harlem Nights when you're shooting your gun. It's the if you shoot that little one for one more time, I'm gonna kill you myself. It's that. Oh, it's great. It's just great. Don't stop. Please, don't stop.
God, I've got...
You're carrying the whole damn show.
I'm looking at like probably another 4 or 5 dozen holes here.
Thank God. That's not enough.
Yeah, we're not going to make it for the full 34 minutes.
You know what I do? If I had a hammer, I'd join
More
you.
asbestos. More asbestos.
If I had a hammer, I'd join you. That's what I'd do. The hammer has really good comedic timing, too. It's amazing.
Hamza, they sell that metal pre-holed. Oh, no, not the Mooshlong.
Not like this, they don't.
Whoa.
Ryan, look what I just sent you. I just sent you a present.
Deja vu.
Oh, present.
What is
Steph did point out that the Dodge Journey is, if not the official, at least the unofficial car of Ohio. And that's a car, we've talked about the Dodge Journey before. It mystifies me that people pay real money for them. That is a car destined entirely for rental car fleets, and people buy them, and I do not understand this.
They buy them in a world where the Mazda MX-3 and MX-5 exist.
Yeah, CX-5.
Sorry, the CX-5.
The Journey at least has a little cargo area. The one that baffles me is the Avenger. The Avenger is so bad.
It is, yeah. The Journey doesn't have a 3-speed automatic. It has a 4-speed automatic up until
For comfort.
year.
For comfort and ride quality.
Is it for comfort or is it a 4-speed automatic for her pleasure?
It's to get those sweet shift points in the turn.
The sweet.
I don't think anyone is pleasured by a Dodge Journey
How
ever.
dare you? How dare you?
All right, so in the chat, Marshall Stom says his coworker bought a brand new Journey, and another coworker saw it and bought one just like it.
Quit that job immediately. You're
Yes.
Oh my God! Stay in that job because you are going to be running that place in a matter of weeks.
You're going to need to figure out which way you want to go. If they're going to drag you down, or you're going to lift them up. But you're going to want to get mobile one way or the other.
Thanks for tuning in for the last hour and a half, folks. This is the point of the show where it actually gets decent.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
I'm seeing middle management all over. You're going to go from working with two guys who buy new Journeys to pulling up in your M3. Middle management all the way.
When you go in the morning, we're going to need to have go in and sit down with the Bobs for a little bit.
Yeah, they called me at home.
The best part is when he comes back, he's like, and says that he works in like purchasing or some department.
All he does is process TPS reports.
Yeah.
That's all he does.
You're going to want to process or move that patent into the jump to conclusions map.
Although-
ASAP.
Larry was asking if he does work in the lead paint chip factory.
Oh my God.
We're not laughing at you. We're laughing at your coworkers. So you are allowed to
absolutely.
repost.
Yeah,
This is
Totally.
not professional drivers. You drive what?
Oh,
Not Journeys.
Yeah. No, I've got a friggin' Volvo wagon and an old Toyota truck and a Mercedes. So yeah.
oh man. So he points out that the mid 2000s stuff is so bad, which Lemons has talked at length about that in general. But on my way home today, which is another story, but there's a street in my town where there are 2 Dodge Nitros and a Dodge Caliber street parked in front of one house. They all belong to a family who have bought the worst of the Chrysler products of all time.
I'm going to make 3 assumptions about that house. Number 1, they have a huge couch crammed into a small living room with the biggest TV Walmart sells.
Mounted to the wall, correct? Yes.
Correct. Or sitting on top of a broken television.
Sitting.
Point 2, yeah, they also have at least 2 gaming consoles. And point 3, 78% of the meals they eat either come out of a bag or a box.
That sounds right. I think you just described the average Chrysler owner for the better.
For the better?
Don't forget very poor credit too. Like they just barely got approved for those things.
Yeah.
Buy here, pay here. What's it going to take to get you in one of these cars today?
And one person has co-signed for all 3 of those.
That's the buy here, pay here lot is what's it going to take to get you in this car today? Because we're coming to get it back from you tomorrow.
Yeah, we'll sell it to somebody else in 60 to 90 days.
Tomorrow. No, it's tomorrow. It is basically tomorrow. We know you can't pay for this. You know you can't pay for this.
Josh, the
The
base
rollback might as well follow you to your house. You know this, but you're going to take it anyway.
Yep.
Been there.
The Apex Adjacent podcast actually has a lovely phrase that they call them Icarus cars, and it's that high-end European car with tons of deferred maintenance on that buy here, pay here lot, and you see them driving around more, and the lights on the dashboard.
Hold on. You can call them out. They're all Audis. Every single one of them is an Audi.
Well, I saw a Mercedes, a CL or an SL 500, driving home about a month ago. Hazard lights on, front wheels basically collapsed because the 2 air shocks had given out, and it still had the paper plates from the buy here, pay here lot on it.
Money. Literally money.
And 3 days from now, someone different will be driving the same car with the same lights on the dash.
Yeah,
It's where every 2005 7 Series goes to die. Like,
exactly.
You know a car like that is bad because that is a $500 car all freaking day, and Lemons people are like, nope, I ain't touching it.
Oh yeah.
It's got 380
Yeah.
horsepower.
I'm gonna swap the fourth shady turbo into my Econo van before I touch one of those things, man. I can't handle that kind of maintenance.
They've still got, Lemon still has a deal where if you swap any BMW V8 into a car, you automatically get in a C-Class, and that has been standing for years, and no one has done it.
No one wants any part of that. Yeah.
It's gonna last 14 minutes at best.
And the BMW straight six, it runs. You know,
Yeah.
you get, what do we got? 16 races out of that other car, out of that motor on oil changes. Yeah, you can beat the ever living snot out of it. I'm not picking on you, Mental, but like eventually you frag a head gasket, but 16 races on oil changes? That's bulletproof motor.
No, you're not picking on me. I told you guys 4 times something was wrong with the car. Y'all kept saying, go back out. It's
Send
fine.
it back out, man. What if it did like 40 laps on a blown head gasket? Whatever.
You're interrupting my breakfast here.
the lack of maintenance on that car was fully evident when we pulled the spark plugs out. They looked like they'd been in a swamp.
Change the oil, press on. Why mess with it if it keeps running?
Yeah.
So right now I'm looking up Chrysler Sebrings just to see what's out there and available. Found a 1998 Chrysler Sebring JX, 126,000 miles, convertible variant of the Chrysler Sebring. V6, 2.5 liter automatic, front wheel drive, ABS, braking system, air conditioning, power windows, power door locks, cruise control, power steering, tilt wheel, AM/FM stereo, cassette,
it has all of those things.
roll airbag, premium wheels, $2,400. Come get it today.
There's no way all that still works.
Yep.
None of it.
And Steph, the reason no one told you about that is because you have to put that engine in a different car, and you won't let anyone put any other engines in your car. So.
Yeah, Steph, swap a BMW V8 into your Porsche instant
That is
C-Class.
a brilliant idea.
I do not think it's going to
Instant
improve your
944.
reliability. I do think it's going to improve any of your reliability.
Yeah. Or put it in the 411. Put a BMW V8 in the 411.
Oh my god. Yeah, why not? I'm fine with this.
There is no fail in that plan.
I gotta say, it would be entertaining if somebody found like your typical depreciated 06, 7 Series, and just put like a small block Chevy in it. That would be entertaining enough to me because it would riles up all the purists and also probably solves many of your problems by removing all the complex electronics.
Even when Black Iron...
I'm listening, Eric, because yes, there are all kinds of 7 Series that they're available without title because the Buy Here lot still has it.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
They're available without title or VIN.
Yeah, parts car only, transmission module, needs fuel pump and battery, and will run. And they want like $500 for it. Yeah, nice interior.
Mike Bruce in the comments, he just read my mind. Like an early 80s Monte Carlo 305 in it.
So not even a good one. I was thinking an LS. No. So you're just thinking like 350 2-volt main truck motor, single wile alternator, drop it in there with a fancy air cleaner from AutoZone.
Yep. That's it. You just nailed it. You need 4 moving parts and 2 wires, and that's pretty much
Yes. And you bring that to a Midwest race because you will get any parts you need at any time.
That's right. I'm in. Maybe a Chrysler 318 if you want to get super wild.
For the really sporty handling.
That's right.
I just found a 2002 Sebring convertible. Let's see here.
Are those local to you, or you like doing a national search?
Local-ish. 120. I'm in Alabama, man. 121,000 mile car. I love this. Vehicle does not have an existing warranty. How about that? But the one bid on it right now is $202.
Overpriced.
It might be a little overpriced.
Yeah, so you're looking at Copart or something.
A
So
free
get,
Sebring entry is what I'm looking at.
get on your Facebook Marketplace. That's where you're gonna find the gold.
I'm telling you right now.
This is actually eBay. This is the eBay's. At first, I was looking on Auto Tempest.
If you're looking for a good race, let somebody else get the free entry and bring something else.
How dare you?
You want to let the Speedy Cops, the NSFs, the Three Pedals not looking to do that, travel that far, but don't make that your first rodeo.
Well, it wouldn't be. It'd be my first rodeo with lemons, but it wouldn't be my first rodeo.
Okay. Oh, so scary.
Okay.
Not a good car.
Come on. What could possibly go wrong? Hey, I found
Everything.
a 2008 Sebring convertible
Oh man, that's
for
practic-
$1,000.
That is
Modern-
both practically brand new and really, really terrible old.
$1,000.
We had one of those for about 4 laps once.
For about 11 minutes.
The transmission overheated. I know that's a shocking development.
No, not a Chrysler product with a transmission problem.
Yeah. Well, you know, those 4 gears work really hard.
Well, the problem is you're just maxing out 1 or 2 of them. You're not even you're not using the studio's space there.
See, and this is what I love about Chrysler is that like a 2008 Chrysler is having the 1996 Grand Am problem. They're 12 years behind GM with the kickdown problem. It just rocks 3rd gear all the time.
Reinventing your competitor's failure modes.
That is
Hey,
the most
we had-
accurate. Yeah. Yeah.
Have we had that problem yet? No. Well, let's get on it.
Frighteningly accurate.
I'll be right back, gentlemen.
Yeah, I mean, in 08 Sebring, I mean, that's like bringing a brand new car. We'd probably even let a Chrysler 200 race for free if you really wanted to dig yourself that hole.
I'm bringing it
Some of those get
Adventure.
Pentastar even like.
I'm bringing it Journey.
Yeah, it's a free car with 300 horsepower. I mean, come on. Come on. That's a screaming deal.
I mean, come on.
Come on.
Pop a cap and some Crimson blood. I mean, come on.
This new locking direction.
So are we actually looking at the Rambler and this is like a battle for second or third?
Oh, yeah. Hey, look at that.
Battle for something.
Racer.
So Duclos with 20 minutes left in there is 1 lap up, and the question I posed to the group is that enough for a black flag? You're doing too good.
How much over 1 lap up? Just like, is there any way that we can tell? Is it just like a minute 30, or is he 2 minutes 15 up?
Usually Ryan has that information, but I think he tuned it out long ago.
Right.
Usually,
Yeah,
I'm trying to figure. No, I'm trying to figure out where on the track they're at.
Right, so
So leader's
Jared
coming
is
around to the
coming
line.
around the-
Yeah.
Yep.
And Rambler is at the end of the back straightaway. No.
Descending into madness, literally.
I see now.
So he's halfway behind. A lap and a half?
Lap and a half.
I think that's enough for a stop and go.
One of them might even out.
I
Right.
just dead.
Stunt Granny said it's not like it's Nate Chavine or Randy Bish in the lead. They don't need a black flag.
They both just pitted actually 2 or 3 laps ago. Both of them pitted.
Okay, if Randy Bish is in the lead, either he is like kidnapped some professional driver and forced them to drive his car, or he's
running
ninth. In either
ninth.
case, we're not going to black flag him.
He's running ninth out of 30 cars. I mean,
He's got a
you know.
ball peen hammer ready, threatening to, crush Tyler Stank's kneecaps.
Hey, Randy's not a violent guy. What he's probably done is he's probably cooked like a really nice, delicious meal and just had Tyler come over and drive it.
True. All right, there's that. Yeah, the aliens pitted for dilithium crystals, but there's something when the aliens pit when all the aliens pit 18 minutes to go, you're like, I think they're coming out strong. Where are they at in the standings? Did all the aliens pit and because they're fourth and fifth, and they're going to come out on fresh tires and crush it?
Yeah, because they do things like strategy like that. Yeah. Unless they totally Mercedes pit stop it. Yeah.
Don't go there. Don't go.
I'm going to go there.
Somebody may have not watched it yet. Do we really want to be the ones that spoil that?
Okay, it is 7:45 on the West Coast.
It's possible.
Right. Don't do it. If you,
All right.
It's way too much real racing talk anyway.
Fair enough. I wasn't even talking about the racing. I was just talking about the terrible pitting.
It was bad. That was bad. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah. Hey guys, we just did a really bad pit stop. I want you to bring the other car in here and do worse. Get on that.
Good job.
I've spoken about it occasionally about seeing the in Lemons the rookie panic, where you run around like everything's on fire and you don't know what to do, so you're like running to a thing, and then you don't know what to do, so you turn around, you're running to another thing. And it's you like go to Paddock and there's like 14 people running different directions. Thing. That was what that looked like. It looked like Lemon rookies like having no idea what they're supposed to be doing.
It's youth soccer, is basically.
Yes.
Yes. Pee-wee soccer. Not even youth soccer. Pee-wee soccer. Yes.
22 people trying to find the same 10 millimeter at the same.
That is an excellent reference, and there is a little bit of essence of Sasha's pit just thrown in there. Just too much crap in one blown up area, and you're looking for a good part. You've got a 99% chance of grabbing a bad one.
Sasha, to Sputnik's credit though, they don't run or panic. They are very calmly sifting through 5-gallon buckets of 18 parts. Yeah. They are not in a panic. They know goddamn well sure there's 3 water pumps in one of those buckets. All right? They're not here to freak out. They're not here to get any, nobody's blood pressure's got to get risen up. They're making some good Georgian soup. They know there's going to be beers later. They got kebabs on the turbo grill, and those water pumps are in one of these 5-gallon buckets.
Water pump is in bucket. I put it in there in 1984.
And it doesn't matter if it's been raining all night. It's a water pump. It can work underwater. If the buckets are full of water, it doesn't matter. It's a water pump.
And then they'll find that water pump, and then one of them will be wandering through the paddock going, does anybody have the transmission bolt from a 1992 Maxima SC? We need it for our water pump.
Mm-hmm. I felt so bad when Names Withheld came over because they were expecting whatever race it was. They were expecting me to have like the giant box of every spare part ever, and I had like 10 wrenches. I like did like, the minimum pits, and they're like, "Hey, you've got this," and I was like, "Yeah, I do. Not here though." They knew exactly what they needed. They just needed 4 bolts and 3 grinders, and they were gonna get that car running lickety split. But yeah, they don't panic. It's like NCOs they don't run in front of the troops. Somebody could get that could instill panic. No need.
Hey, all right, so we got a Hamsa/Rude type question here. So if you took a highish torque diesel engine and put a torque converter between it and the tires with no transmission, would that work?
So you're talking like a single gear deal with a differential and everything.
Yeah, it's like
that's what it sounds like. A single speed, high torque.
Yeah, you made a boat. You made a marine diesel boat. That's what you just made.
Or a sprint car.
It would work. I don't know for how long, but yeah.
Yeah.
We've had that. We've had that in Lemons with, gas engines where people, we stripped the gears off of first, third, and fourth, so it's in third, and
we just welded it there. Yeah.
Speedy Cup welded the transmission of the Thunderbird.
Yeah.
I remember that.
They took a 3-speed and turned it into a 1-speed welded transmission. It had a torque converter. It was not a manual.
Yeah.
So they were basically doing that thing. As soon as it comes up, the torque converter locks up, and it's a direct drive boat.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, and he claims that it worked and that the engine actually blew and shot a rod out, which is how it caught on
everything on
fire.
the car failed. It burned down. With the
spectacularly
burn the evidence to preserve the story.
So Drew, these are all wonderful ideas. Do none of them. Find a team like Sasha. Actually, Sasha is a great team to go learn so much about lemons. Or actually, Randy Bish is also another good team. Find yourself a nice, good Class C team that has no aggressive driving nature, and learn all about the heartbreak and joy of wrenching on a broken car. But you'll get the full experience without being under a panic, and then ramp up the competitiveness with different teams until you find your sweet spot,
which may still be none.
Or the other option is to grab a car with the uber reliable, just plain Jane, uber reliable, mid-pack, nothing special, and race there, and you will have enough spare bandwidth to go wander around the paddock and learn through other people trying to, straighten frames with 2 pickup trucks at 10 p.m. or 11 p.m. or 3 in the morning when they finally get the axle unseized and can push it out of the paddock enough to get it set up for the 2-truck slam.
I'll go ahead and give a pro tip on that. If you do happen to come upon those pickup trucks straightening that frame, do not stand in between the pickup trucks and the car that they're trying to straighten.
No,
because then we have to stop so that we don't kill you.
You'll A, make people upset, and B, risk your life.
Or C, you'll end up as Torso Boy, literally.
Yeah. And we're saying this, in jest, and no, there's a lot of shade tree, paddock, racetrack mechanicking that is not taught at trade school.
Pretty much all of it, actually.
And it's not fucking safe either. Kirsty's still online. The rules of rules of safety were written in blood. Some of this stuff is not safe if done wrong. You got a really narrow margin of safety.
A lot of it's not even safe if done right.
Well, there's risk in everything,
But I mean, as Lady just pointed out, Ramen can fix everything, so you're fine.
Yeah.
Sorry.
But it's. And sometimes it's because you haven't had the experience. You're like, well, why can't I do this? And then someone will point out, well, because the following bloody things will happen. Oh, and Eric backed me up on this, but I would imagine at least 3 or 4 times a year, somebody goes and buys an actual dirt track car, a street stock or something like that, and says, can I bring this to Lemons? And the inevitable reply is, no, absolutely not. You may not. And they go, why not? It's safe enough to run on this dirt track. And they don't understand that, yes, that cage, that entire tube frame race car you have is completely safe. And it's going to punch through every other car out there if you end up in a wreck. Because they're not thinking this 3rd and 4th order effects. They're like, oh, okay, I understand. Crumple zones, got it.
Yep. Yeah, it's 2 or 3 times a year. I think we've gotten out ahead of that a little bit, but yeah, it still does happen.
And all the creative powertrains you can think of are all really, oh my gosh, are all really good to do. Santiago, I love you.
Like also the Mike Bruce, I think it says, or by a Taurus SHO, just get there 3 years earlier, to complete distress and panic and hopelessness.
Yeah.
So y'all have made me go down the rabbit hole of looking at potential Lemons cars for sale, and then I hopped on Racing Junk just to see if
they have their own section. Absolutely, yes.
Yeah, and so I'm looking down, and there's a 2000 Ford Focus someone wants $500 for. It's not a race car yet, but it's there. There's a 90 Acura Integra, well sorted. There's a Podium Isuzu Impulse, reliable.
Oh, know that car. It's purple, isn't it? And it's in Texas.
Yep,
Yes.
it is.
Belongs to the guy that owns the race shop there that sells all the safety gear.
Cool. And then you go down the page a little further, things get a little more expensive. And there's an 89 Nissan Pulsar, which, if you're a novice, I don't think I could recommend the Pulsar any higher than I'm recommending it right now, just because that is the slowest car God has ever created.
And you will never find parts for it, even though it's basically a Sentra, but you're never going to get parts for it.
But if you were to buy it, go ahead.
I was gonna say I happen to know the team that built that car, and I expect it is mostly like B13 Nissan Sentra stuff swapped on it with S.
So
It says selling this mint condition 86 Nissan Pulsar NX with unknown miles. The car is ready to race with all the extra parts that come with it, whatever that means. But they only want $2,000 for it.
yeah.
Jump on that.
Yeah.
The scary thing to me, though, is in the middle of all of these Lemons cars, and this is...
I know exactly what you're about to say.
24 hours of Lemons cars for sale. Scroll down a little bit. Ligier JSP3 for sale. What? Chassis number 81. 5,000 kilometers on engine. $158,000. Which isn't a bad deal for a P3 car, but... No, I don't have the Lemons with that.
If you bring it to a Lemons race, you'll get to race. You will get your win.
I was going to say, if I bring it to a Lemons race, will you let me race for free?
No.
No.
Unfortunately, by the letter of the law, that's
not a production car.
Non-road going car. So yeah.
How dare you qualify?
Sorry.
Yeah.
Look at Jared trying to take Santiago on the outside. Santiago's truck is slightly bent because he's having a hard time. Either like you mentioned before, is he the one that's using probably a Sony controller out of his hotel room or something?
Let's look at his front tires. You'll be able to tell.
But this Santiago's truck is not cooperating. It is not going straight.
There's some twins on the front tires.
Yeah. It won't go straight in a straight line either. And Duclos having to come around him. There you go. It's got a very unique bend to it.
There's a 2004 Jeep Grand Cherokee Tiki Bar for sale.
Now, talk about cars that are scary as crap. I raced against that at its last race at Button Willow. And every time they jumped on the brakes, both front tires wiggled like they were not in unison, in their own independent way, like they were coming unbolted. And as I got out of the car, we swapped drivers. I went over and I'm like, hey guys, I don't know if you know how bad the front end of your thing is. They're like, yeah, the front tires are wiggling. I'm like, no, dude, they're doing this. And I wave my arms like a wacky inflatable used car salesman gimmick. And they go, yeah, we know. didn't care. Totally didn't care.
No F's in chat. No F's given.
Yeah, we're good. I mean, it's got a tiki bar on the back of it with 3 seats. Were there 3 people sitting on it out on track?
Nah.
Got a bartender back there?
It wasn't stable enough to sit on in the train.
Throwing out Mai Tais.
Those guys
No, this was completely different than a normal Jeep Death Wobble. Jeep Death Wobble comes when they unhook their sway bars and they start going back down to the thing. This was part about to fall off of Jeep Wobble.
Those guys are desert racers. They're not very frightened of much, which is kind of a problem actually.
Because if I'm not mistaken, it was the V8. It was like the 5.3 or something.
4.7, which is also
4.7. Thank you.
Also a great motor to think about putting into a 2006 7 Series.
Fire it up.
That's right. It was the same team that had a Mercedes C280. So they bought the first 2 $500 cars they could find. One of them was a Grand Cherokee, and one of them was a Mercedes C280. You know, the same kind of car.
A lot
Basically,
of part commonality. Yeah.
The keys are the same.
And
they turn right.
The dad like brought his kids to race, and the one was like he was just 18, and he's about 5 foot flat, and he couldn't see over the steering wheel hardly. So he's making the turn at Buttonwillow to enter the paddock, and he can't see over the door to where the wall is. So he just drove straight into the concrete pit wall trying to go into the paddock.
Oh, man.
Oh. So we got 3 minutes left in this one, and Duclos is still 1 lap up on Rambler.
Two
Gerard is
laps up
2
on third
laps
place.
back. Yeah. Oh no! Oh, Santiago, you took the mooshlong. Come on, man.
Yeah, it never works out.
But now at least the back of his truck's symmetrical.
Don't mess with the moose.
You'll get the horns.
You will. There's no moose messing.
All right, here's our race leader, Bear Pope.
All right, here's our race leader. Silence. All right, here's our race leader. Check him out. We're gonna get something to drink.
Racing's totally not important.
So what does Rambler drive? Is he driving a Mustang? It looks like we actually have 3 different cars on the.
He's got a Kia. Yeah.
Okay, all right. So
He's got the sexy Kia.
yeah. Oh, there it is. That is a staggeringly good-looking car.
So 2 Kias and a truck.
Car.
Truck car.
Car. 2 cars sandwiched in a truck. Do not touch the trim.
Nope, touch the trim. Come on, Daddy. I want to drive that sucker now.
Not today.
You know what I haven't heard in a while? Metal punching.
Sorry, I should have formally announced I'm done.
We knew. No, it's fine. We figured it out all by ourselves.
I didn't know it needed to be formally announced.
It didn't. We got it.
I had like the era of Tony Stark going, you know what I keep wondering? Where's my tuna fish sandwich?
I appreciate you putting up with me while I do some work.
Oh my god.
Well, God knows this isn't anything resembling product.
I will say that I had to punch well into 300 holes. And this is the most fun doing it.
Yeah, but you already talked about your train trip in Thailand. So.
No. Well, you know.
That's a callback. That's a comedy thing. It's a callback to the beginning of the show. There you go.
Sometimes, gotta do calls.
And now he's made the world's tiniest hold Connect 4 board.
Basically. Yeah, except
he made a sticky change holder.
Oh man. Could have done without knowing that.
He literally made a metal pegboard. He's gonna go to Home Depot tomorrow and go, I can buy this shit?
Or
Damn it.
he made a sticky change maker.
Nice.
So you put the coins in the tiny little holes, Cox Gigablast, sticky change.
Boom.
And you know, all the before people are like, there's better ways to do that. You're right, there are. But they won't get it done between Saturday and Monday on a weekend. Sometimes when somebody says, hey, we need this done, can you do it? And you say, well, you're gonna pay me for it, but yep, I can have that done for you on Monday.
You're gonna buy me a new hammer and a hole punch? I'm in.
Oh no, this is not hammer and hole punch. This is a
Nope, stop. Just stop. Nope, it's a hammer and a hole punch, and you're just doing it random.
Okay.
It's not a hammer though. It's a hammer and a spoon. I'm a craftsman, damn it.
It'll hurt more.
Because it's dull, you idiot.
All right, here we are. Race is over.
Bring forth.
Wait. Eat Fest.
I almost
Delivered. There we go.
Yeah.
Oh, didn't even make it to the first turn.
Yeah.
Oh, this is an epic yeet. Oh, he just spins it around right there.
Wait.
And heads straight for
what happens.
Santiago.
Do you want to see how El Caminos are made? You're getting ready to see it. You see, boys and girls, when a Camaro and a pickup truck love each other very much.
They just can't help but get a little bit on
That's
you.
how El Caminos are made. Did I at least redeem some of the crickets and silence from earlier with that? Okay, cool.
Oddly enough, that's also how Crystal Pepsi's made.
it could be.
Yeah, one Camaro, one pickup truck, too much love. Crystal Pepsi.
Oh. That's what they named the kid. That's what they named El Camino.
Crystal Pepsi.
What did you kids do today? Went through a bunch of Grandpa's war medals off a bridge?
I'm going to come at you like a spider monkey. Oh, yeah, that's wonderful. Boing, boing, boing. Indeed.
He's loading, as Stunt Granny says, loading the yeet cannons.
To be yoked. Yeeted.
Here comes the Kia Brigade. Oh, they have zoomed in on the Skip Barber car. Did they not hit the Skippy?
Yeah, I guess not. They're
That was
hunting.
straight up Kia Skippy sandwich. Why in the world would you not make that happen?
Oh, and it is also reminded of everyone watching that rule number one, if you're driving a Jetta, you don't lift.
Never lift.
It's probably true of the Kias, too.
Probably. Kia's a little bit faster, but
Kias are way too fast for that. Yeah, the Kias actually carry speed. It's crazy.
I raced the Kia on the Sonoma Rallycross. It was fun. I still have no talent, but it's a super fun car.
It's a fun car, yeah.
all right. So how did Kevin avoid getting crushed
Skippy
by the
died.
Kias? Oh, missed.
Swing and a miss.
That's actually
Chris, we know you tried, man. We know you tried. There's no way that you could actually.
Chris Wilson making target there at one of the Hessler brothers, and the Hessler brothers just says, "Keep that, Tojo."
Remember the DBR9 Aston Martin that did that? Like cleared the whole gravel trap. That was amazing.
Nice.
Good job.
State Line, Ohio. Chris Wilson making an early attempt at flight. Boy, howdy, he sure flew that one. Take that, Wright brothers.
Mr. and Mrs. Wilson, you may want to go pick up your child. He's not walking anymore.
He's in a shoebox.
It's Wilson Goo.
Oh no! Who just threaded that needle?
That was a Krispy Kreme missile. Holy crap!
You saw him actually try to cut the corner.
Oh, that was just so.
He's like, all right, look, I'm gonna get both of these Kias right here. This is gonna be awesome. Here we go. Yeah, I'm gonna cut to the right. I'm gonna go to the grass, and I'm gonna collect both of them. And wait, no.
Oh,
Oh, he did.
oh. 700G impact in a Kia. That's never going to end well. That's a gigablast. That's your gigablast of the event.
He couldn't have done that, threaded those cars better if he'd actually tried.
Oh, yeah, there's no way he meant to do that. That was, no one would ever mean to do that at this time in the race.
Ooh, 2 Kias and a Camaro.
Uh-huh.
Normally, you've got to get the premium channel for that.
Or be faster.
Oh, darted. It
Just-
darted.
Well done, Randy.
Hunted and done.
Darted.
He got hit midair. They're both in the air when he gets hit.
Oh, tappy tap.
Let's give it a little tippy tap.
Do a barrel roll.
Right about then, Randy was wondering if Jake from State Farm was going to take this call.
Oh, wow.
It's like watching a knife thrown fly through and flip end over end and rotate axially as it flows through the air. Like that thing just had to nose in perfectly. Had to get
And
there.
then it Thomas hawked itself into the tires.
Exactly.
That was wonderful to watch. It's like ballet.
Matt Larson, here he goes. Can we get from inside the car on Matt Larson? Suck it, Randy. I'm out.
Oh my God.
He did. He totally cleared the gravel trap, made it all the way to the tires.
Drew, this always descends into pushing the limits and physics of iRacing. This is how we end all the races, man. Honestly, this is the reason why you were here for the last 2 hours. Let's be fair.
Yes. There's a guy that works for iRacing, Bob. He runs the physics engine, and every Monday morning, Bob has the world's worst meeting where all of the physics has gone horribly wrong because of us.
It's Dave and Steve pull Bob in the office and go, "Look what the Lemons people did with the physics engine again."
Yes, he has a pink and black Jetta punching bag in his garage where he goes and works out his aggressions.
He just starts hitting it with a sledgehammer.
If I ever meet Randy Bish in a dark alley, he's not going to know what hit him, but everybody else is going to know it was a goddamn 2x4.
I'm going to hit him with the same sledgehammer that I beat the Jetta TDI Cup car up with that I keep in my garage.
He's not going to know what hit him. Everybody else is, because they're going to watch me hit him with it over and over and over and over again. Done with these Monday meetings.
Now, Stevie and Linda, you know not to talk to your dad on Mondays. He has a very bad meeting. Let him just go to the basement.
Here's your chin. Oh, it's wonderful.
Oh yes. Wow! Now that was an excellent little purple Jetta rotation.
That was a wonderful, not planned thing that just happened.
But I feel what happened right here is purple Jetta lifted.
Push.
You're breaking the first rule.
Hood, roof, barrel. He's doing a barrel roll.
And he's also getting the front
barrel roll.
Triple
Oh!
Was that an axle or a sow cow? I'm curious.
And wait! And check out the tail end of your microphone muted Jetta as he slides up to the ramp of a overturned car. This is well done. So he taps him, then he gets a little slide, accelerated by Tully's Camaro, not lifting. Because you don't lift, so good on him. You see he's still got his foot in it. Exactly. And then he finds a ramp sideways.
Dun, 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 dun.
Nice rail slide.
Totes.
Rail slide to a kickflip.
Yeah, exactly.
Rail slide to a kickflip to a wormhole.
To
infinity. And we're out.
To infinity.
To a wormhole.
All right. Our co-host just said good evening, good night to everybody. And as we are wrapping up this Sheet Fest, it is worthwhile, if you are tuning into this and you like what we do, go check out Nemesis Labs and Top Flight Computers. Get yourself set up with the entire, you need a sim seat, you need a computer to run iRacing, and then go check out isuckatracing.com, the 24 Hours of Lemons, or if that's too much expense for you, just tune in here every Sunday night. Everything you're watching brought to you by Top Flight Computers. Still go check out the 24hoursoflemons.com. You've got Advanced Racing Development, Yokohama Tires, the 24 Hours of Lemons race. You can actually come do this stuff in meat space. Don't want to actually deal with the possibility of that happening to your car in the real world. Lucky for you, Lemons has a solution. It's called the Lemons Rally, and they've just released their 2021 schedule. And if you've never done a Lemons Rally, it is awesome.
True story.
Mental is totally in the zone. Keep
just keep going. Just take it out.
Go mental. Go.
All right.
Mental.
Now you'll also notice that we've still got our Beavis and Butthead for 2020. We know that they didn't win, but that's because the election was stolen from them, like so much TP from their bunghole. And they've launched any number of challenges. And they're not known for their counting ability, but they're the only people that had a platform for all of us, and that is TT for your bunghole. and pop on into that local grocery store and demand your Jeff Gordon's fish sticks.
But I would like to say that we were preparing for Beavis and Butthead to win this election. Quite frankly, Beavis and Butthead did win this election.
If you count only the votes that were for Beavis and Butthead, they won by a lot.
In a landslide.
Oh, right. Kevin Hesser, look at that. Oh, taking that single-seater cockpit right into the wormhole. Boom.
Not the wormhole, the tire wall. Straight up.
Wow. Dodged the wormhole right
Bob
into the tires.
Monday is
Nicely done. Actually, no, I feel like this one right here is going to be Bob going, yeah, see, I have been working on this. Because this is legit. Catches the two Camaros.
Yeah, Bob made this. This is
something
right
Bob
here.
to hang. This is Bob to hang his hat on something. That's
straight up like Sukhoi snap roll action going on there.
That was the Eimelman turn mid-air. You know,
Nice.
you got to do the tail kickover in the Eimelman.
Nice.
And those are the bounciest tires ever attached to a tire wall.
Yeah, he landed with all tires still attached.
And that
to
is
his
the strongest Skip Barber chassis ever.
I feel like the tires are made from the same stuff that the ground is made in Fruity Doopy Land, from Rick and Morty.
Recycled North Korean fence posts.
The ABCs of Beth. Ooh, just a slight catch just to get the roll. Oh, and he almost takes out Randy again.
Ooh, the physics engine did not like that at all.
Look, have you ever been into a tire wall?
What's happening right there?
No, the engine really doesn't like that. Yeah.
That's Bob getting his ass chewed again.
It's trying to poor Bob. We got another Kia. It's Kia Fest.
Ooh.
Good height.
Wow.
Good height.
Nice. Just make it to the clouds. It's above the trees.
And into the wormhole.
It's reaching escape velocity. No, coming back down. Oh! Escape velocity.
Oh.
What's the planet in the last Thor movie where they come out of the wormhole and all the junk's just falling constantly?
Oh, I don't know, but it's run by Jeff Goldblum, so yeah.
Yes, Goldblum. It's Planet Goldblum. All hell Goldblum, by the way. We haven't brought up
all hell Jeff Goldblum.
We haven't brought up Goldblumism in this episode, but is this an episode or is this a race?
This is a unit.
It's a
We call these units. This is a unit.
It's a unit of time. So that's falling on the Jeff Goldblum's planet right now.
Yep. Also, good time to mention Jeff Goldblum, very proud son of Pittsburgh.
Goldblumism is the way. You think it's that whole Mandalorian thing. I mean, seriously, the Mandalorian's got little baby Yoda. Goldblumism has fucking Incredible Hulk. I'm sorry, I just said that, but I did. It had to happen. It had to happen.
Jeff Goldblum have sticks too. Man.
There you go.
Does Jeff Goldblum have fish sticks? You know what? I would like to answer that question with a livery next week. And the Jeff Goldblum fish sticks have to look completely different than the Jeff Gordon's fish sticks.
Oh.
Trust the Goldblum fisherman.
You're Thomas Hawks.
Hello. I'm Jeff Goldblum, and I made these fish sticks because people need to eat, and I really like fish, so they're really good, and I think you'll like them. I think so these are the Jeff Goldblum fish sticks.
I think you should try them.
Congratulations to Jared Duclos and our winner Nathan Adler.
Absolutely. It was a well-driven race, Nathan.
I realized that it truly doesn't matter where you finish.
I would have picked somebody else, but he was on the bottom. He was on the bottom of the first page of listings. So
first, Randy, my Jimmy Stewart accent is completely different than my Jeff Goldblum. So why don't you just can't say that sort of thing there, Randy. You just can't.
Yeah, that was totally different.
No, not the same.
That's totally.
I will be a spectator next weekend. So, you guys have a good broadcast. I will maybe tune in live, maybe not. I may text randomly into the broadcast, but I will not be on the chat. So it's been a blast. I do want to say, make sure you guys do stay safe.
Don't do that on the road.
Wear a mask, wash your hands.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah, I mean, don't be a dick. I mean, yeah.
That's the ism that we really need to start. We need to start don't be a dickism.
Yeah, just don't be a dick.
Literally, that's like, what are your tenets? That right there. It's on the billboard. It's the only thing you're ever going to hear us say. Don't be a dick.
Yeah, and well, even all of us, well, at least Mental and I are both guilty of being dicks at different points in our time in life. Take everybody else who's having their moment with a grain of salt.
Yeah,
let everybody have their moment. We all have our moments, good and bad.
We do. Yeah, we're all just trying to get by on this one. This was always a blast. So again, thank you to Top Flight Computers, bringing you everything you see here: Advanced Racing Development, Nemesis Labs, Yokohama Tires, I Suck at Racing, 24 Hours of Lemons. This has been so much fun. And if you're really, really bored, Thursday morning, check out the latest episode of the Everyone Racers podcast. And if you're on YouTube and you find virtual reality and augmented reality interesting like I do, you need to check out the Talking Spatial podcast.
Yeah, do that. Do that. And then we'll have you on the No Driving Gloves podcast, and you can have us on the Everyone Racers podcast or something like that. And we'll feed off of each other's fan base and scare potential people away from watching or listening to both podcasts.
Yeah, or we could hit up, like, we could chat about all kinds of stuff. Like, I've actually made artwork that's in AR and been part of the fabrication side of it. Like, I think we could make some stuff go on here.
Oh, we definitely we need to make that happen. Yeah, absolutely. Because Linda is my co-host over there, is way deep into the art creation, and like, she's got me into. Have you seen Blortasia? Like, this is going to devolve into AR VR conversation now. Have you ever seen the software Blortasia?
No.
Oh my god, dude! It's VR mushrooms. It's crazy. You just sit there and you're like, this is relaxing. I don't know why, but I can't stop looking at it. It's just epic. And I'm going to stop there because it's not funny anymore. We need to be funny here, I think.
Absolutely.
That's what we don't get paid for.
I feel like we're wrapping this up, though.
Yeah,
all right.
I think we are.
Be well, folks. Godspeed. We're all counting on you.
Don't be a dick.
Yeah, thanks everybody for joining us tonight. We'll be back next week. Yeah, thanks everybody.
We'll
be back next week for looks like Trash Racing Rally X Thunderdome. Yeah,
Eric. Yeah, while you're here, what is go through those rules real quick.
I have no idea. It'll be stupid and fun. It's going to be great.
Okay, never mind then. Yeah, I think the Thunderdome.
They're made up. It's okay.
Yeah.
Thunderdome is damage off, which means everything goes.
Yeah, pretty much. And Rallycross is usually on a dirt track with cars not intended to do that, which is great. If you want to do a Lemons Rally, our schedule's out. As Mental mentioned, 24hoursoflemons.com/rally has the full calendar on there. And we will be racing in 2021. That calendar is up on our website, 24hoursoflemons.com. If you want to take part in this, isuckatracing.com. We'll get you all the information on that. Other than that, have yourselves a good night, and we'll see you next week.
Good night,
Darmok and Jalad at Tanagra.